Oh, shit. That sure is my default ass face. I sure am doing the VTuber equivalent of a T-pose right now. Leoha. Am I working yet? Not yet. Give it a second. Okie dokie, Leoha. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. She's just staring. Yep. Also stuck in Gacha. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. If you are a new member, please be sure to check out the Discord. Again, weirdly, not a lot of people know about the Discord, but if you are a member, there's a lot of perks. You get to chat with me. I go there pretty often, I would say. Generally, if I'm not super busy, I'll be on there. And a lot of information in the Discord too, so I highly recommend moseying on over, linking your YouTube account, getting all those sick, nasty benefits. Anyway, Happy New Year. I haven't seen you since last year, but oh my gosh, Donut Boy and I said it at the same time. That's crazy. We said it at the same exact time. That's insane. Moseying on over in the year of 2025. What you never heard of somebody moseying, huh? Do you guys read books? Actually, I already know you don't, but okay. You can mosey on over somewhere. That's not weird, okay? That's very normal conversation. I'm not sick, but maybe I'm on my way to be. I'm not really sure. My throat is a little jank right now. It's not like super jank. It is slightly jank. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm having like a lot of congestion right now. So I feel like it might just be I don't know. If you saw my tweet, if you saw on Twitter, I did say that I'm going to be stopping eating fire noodles this year. After I finish whatever I have left, I might have like one left maybe. After that, I will probably just try to cut out fire noodles completely. And part of the reason is this fucking situation that's happening right now in my throat and my nose. It's I think it's causing a lot of problems for me because I have acid reflux. So eating spicy food is really, really, really bad for you if you have acid reflux like I do. And it basically is killing my throat. And the more that I keep doing it, the more that my throat is gonna just like go bad and never be able to recover from that. So for a while last year, for like part of the latter half of last year, I was kind of trying to like cut down on my coffee intake. I don't drink that much coffee, to be honest. It's not like I have a coffee addiction or anything, but I do like to have a cup of coffee every morning with my toast. It's just like a thing that I do, my morning thing that I do. But I am trying to cut back on it because obviously coffee is also very acidic and not good for you if you have acid reflux. Donut Boy, thank you so much for 7 months of whale curries. Thankful to be here. Also, we roll into 2025. Let's not forget the OG February 29th. You will be missed. Rest in peace. Also, if you are a whale curry or a newer whale curry, don't forget to get your rewards, your stamp card rewards. That would be in the community tab under the whale curries. Like if you sort it, I think you can sort it and go into the whale curry stuff, and then you can get your rewards. Some people have already gotten their rewards. I haven't pinged everybody because I haven't finished them. I'm so busy right now, you guys. It's actually kind of insane right now. I'm working on a bunch of stuff. Too much stuff, actually. I was really fortunate enough to have been invited. Well, I got invited to like one group thing. So I've been working on some group stuff. And then I'm organizing some things, couple things, group things. And then also I'm organizing some stuff for you guys. So that we should have an announcement for you guys. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, but I'm not too sure. I want to make it like a cool big announcement, but I'm gonna just say it right now because it's like 90% approved. I'm gonna say it out. I don't know. Maybe my manager son will be upset with me if I say this right now, but I've talked to you guys about it before, and I want to say it. I think you should be okay with it because I want to say it now because I want you guys to be able to be prepared for it. But we are going to be trying to host a Gunpla / Plamo building contest. And that's something that you guys have heard me talk about for a very, 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 very long time. I've been wanting to do this for like almost a year or something. You guys have heard me talk about it a bunch. Talked about what I want to do with it, about some of the like categories that we want to do. So anyway, I want you guys to be prepared because if there is like an idea you want to start working on, if there is like a limited edition model that you want to buy or whatever it is, now will soon be the time. I'm not going to promise anything because I believe it has been internally approved, but it hasn't, like, I don't want to say that it's fine because it could always, we've waited half a year. It could wait another. I don't know. I don't want to jinx anything. So I'm not going to like promise you that it's happening, but it should be. If all goes well, it should be happening. We're trying to sort out the rules. We're trying to sort out like the graphics. We're trying to sort out the pricing. Those are all the things that we're working on. But I know I've talked about this contest for a really long time, and I know you guys have been looking forward to it. So maybe you guys can start. Don't buy anything yet because you don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Don't buy anything. But you can start thinking of ideas. Zelda, thank you so much for 20 months of Whale Crease. Happy New Year, Silly Billy Valkyrie. Hope you get well soon. Also, moseying is definitely a regular thing. Want to keep my book reading card. Thank you, thank you. Happy New Year's to you too. Too late. It's been like 2 seconds. Calm down. Calm down. But if you have a kit already that you've been wanting to build, now is the time to maybe, getting around to it. And there's gonna be a couple, I think. Currently, the idea is there will be a couple like categories and stuff, but it will be kind of like what we talked about before. I think we talked about it together, where there will be like one that's kind of Leora themed. So there'll be a Leora themed prize winner, and there will be like a creativity prize winner, and there will be like a newbie prize winner. So the newbie one, you would just have to be like you have to be really, please, if I don't know if we're still doing the newbie one. It's, again, nothing's confirmed, but I think that's what we talked about last year. I don't want you guys who are like experts to join the newbie one. That's really for newbies, for people who just want to get in and just want to try something. We want to help those people have something to work towards. Finally get the backlog. They might have bought a kit months ago and then they were too afraid to start. Like, now's the time, right? So anyway, that's the thought. I don't know how you'll confirm someone's a newbie. Well, I generally know if you guys are new or not, and I think it'll be, if someone's like entering the newbie spot but they've like fully painted, I'm not believing you. I don't know. Like I said, it hasn't been fully confirmed, but we should be announcing it later this month. Yeah, I hope that encourages you guys to try model kit building if you haven't done it before, or if you have done it, to maybe try something new. Try something different. I'll probably be building something during that period so that we can build along together. And I'm hoping to announce it before my break, because then you guys have something to do while I'm on break. But I don't think that that's gonna be possible. So that's also why I kind of wanted to say it out loud. I will be going on break starting the 12th, and I will not be back for a month. So I'll be gone basically until the beginning, like the first week of February. I'm going on a business trip, and then right after my business trip, I am going straight to see some friends. I'm going to see my friend and his family, his wife and his children, and we're gonna be hanging out. So, yeah, that's the current plan. Are there any sort of concrete details we should avoid? Like, are we restricted to Gunpla parts only? I right now I don't know because we haven't finalized it, but my current vision, my idea is that it could be anything Plamo related. So it could be Zoids, it could be Gunpla, it could be 30-minute mission stuff, it could be any of the like what are they called, the Mecha Girl stuff. It could be any of the Chinese kits even. You can kit bash. I highly encourage kit bashing. Hypershot, thank you so much for 22 months of membership. Happy New Year, Lyra. Happy New Year to you too. Frame arm girls. There we go. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, you can kit bash your Yu-Gi-Oh kits if you want to. You could do whatever kit bash you want to do. Yeah, you can try to make your own custom Leora kit. You could try to make a custom Palkyrie Bear Guy kit. Whatever it is that you would like to do with the Plamo space, it is the world is your Plamo, your oyster. The world is your Bear Guy. Yeah, I think a Bear Guy Palkyrie would be super cute. That would be really cute, and you can like do custom paint and stuff. Or you can not do custom paint, that's fine too. Yeah, you can get those Pokemon kits and kit bash those. Anything that you want to do that you can make come true, you can do it. I don't even know how to kit bash, I'm not gonna lie. Hey Brishad, thank you so much for a super chat. Oh, a goal. A goal. Any goal is a goal. Any goal is a goal. A goal is a goal is a goal is a goal. It's really hot in my apartment. I always say that, but as soon as I start streaming, it gets so hot. But it's just like, I feel like I've been raised in a way that I just don't want to turn on the air conditioner. Okay, wait, my dad's texting me. Give me a second. My parents are out of town. They're actually in Japan right now. I think he's sending me stuff and asking me if I want it. He's sending me Dragon Ball Uniqlo shirts. He's like, do you like Dragon Ball? And then he just sent me a Snorlax shirt. Very cute, but we're okay. Thank you. Yeah, my dad is... Why is my... Oh, there we go. My dad used to do the thing that all anime parents do, where he bought me clothes that had anime on it. I don't have any egregious examples though. I don't remember what he bought me, but he did do that a couple times. I think he might have gotten me like a Naruto shirt or something at some point, and I didn't have the heart to tell him that I would never wear that shirt outside. So now he just texts me and asks me. Although when he got me the Naruto shirt back then, I think like image texting was one, expensive, and two, like not as commonplace. Can you believe that? Can you believe that there was a time where texting, you had to pay every time you texted somebody? Do you remember? Back in ye old day. Do you remember when phones didn't have cameras? Or they did, but the cameras were so shit, we actually just didn't use them. I remember I had a phone that had a camera on it, and I don't think I've ever taken any pictures on that phone. Oh god, wait. My dad's still texting me. What is this now? Oh, he sent me a cat shirt. It's like a ukiyo-e cat. I think he's just at Uniqlo. No, thank you. Appreciate it. I was actually talking to my brother about how back in the day, if you leave the house, no one would hear from you until you came home. Yeah, so like actually, I was talking to my friend about this the other day, and he was like, oh, when did you have your first phone or something? And I was like, oh, I had my first phone in the 6th grade. And he was like, wow, like bougie, like, wow, you must have been rich growing up. And I was like, No, actually, my mom at the time was a single mom, and I had to take the bus to school. And there was literally a time where I got off the bus, but I got off like the wrong stop because I was trying to get off the bus at the stop by my mom's work instead of the stop by our house. So I had taken a different bus for the first time. I got off the bus and I think it was the wrong stop and I was completely lost. And this was like, I think must have been like pre-MapQuest too. So I get off this bus stop and I don't know how to get to my mom's place. And I literally had to ask a stranger to use their phone to call my mom to figure out where I was. And obviously that freaked my mom out. So then after that, I had a cell phone. I had my own, very own cell phone. And that was the reason. So, yep. Payphones were fun to use. Yeah, but even then, I never carried around like... I was too young. I didn't have money. Well, and I don't think I ever had like just money. You know what I mean? Arturo, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. I got a phone when I was 10 because of the bus, but it was one of those Nokias that could be used as a hammer. Yeah, so my first phone was a Motorola flip phone. Yeah, pretty sure that's the one that I've told you guys about that I had like a baby fat case on. I got a Nokia. I got a Motorola flip phone. I had a baby fat. No, that was 6th grade. That was 6th grade. Money from allowances would be in the piggy bank back then. So okay, growing up, it was ironic that my friend was like, "Oh, so bougie." I grew up super poor up until the 6th grade. I don't think I've really talked about like my life story, but I have a really weird and complicated life story. But to put it really shortly, my mom and my biological dad got divorced when I was like really, really little. And then my mom got remarried, and then my second dad passed away. And then Zelta, thank you so much for the tip. Wait, the 2025 tip. Wait, where's the stream elements? Don't do this to me. Happy New Year's again, Lear. I hope everything goes fantastic this year. My grandpa once bought me this Metallica shirt with a very well-endowed Amazon on it. Yeah, I think we can all relate to the funny you're into this t-shirt. Also my back, please. Well, that's so sweet of your grandpa. Thank you so much. You had Amazon on your Metallica shirt. That's pretty funny. Was it like the logo? But anyway, yeah, so then my second dad passed away when I was in elementary school, and then my mom was single mom for a while again, and then my mom got remarried when I was in middle school, and then because now my mom had combined income because my second dad was kind of like I don't want to say he was, I would like to say that he was an entrepreneur who was too early for his time, aka we were like constantly in debt at the time, but then he passed. My mom got remarried to somebody who was like way more stable at this point, and then so that's like my current dad, who is my stepdad, and that happened when I was in middle school. So anyway, my life story is a little bit complicated. I'm pretty sure they just mean a well-endowed Amazon, like a lady. Oh, like an actual, like a busty Amazonist lady. Basically, it was the logo and then some cyberpunk Amazon lady with very large cybernetics. I wore that till I was in the 10. Wait, that sounds actually amazing. Unironically, I kind of want that shirt. There is a market for big ladies. It's pretty funny. Geez, sorry for your loss. You have my condolences. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, whichever way you want to go, I think I have had a very strange childhood that was very strangely constantly surrounded by death of the people close to me. And I know it sounds really morbid to say fortunately, but I do think that there obviously a lot of bad stuff came with that, of course, like losing people and trauma. But I think I also really grew up a lot, and I grew up really fast, and I also felt like I can deal with loss a lot better in general than a lot of people, because I just had gone through so much of that growing up. And yeah, I did gain an appreciation for life. I definitely have a much more like YOLO mindset. I live my life without any regrets. Every decision that I make is always one that I try to make knowing or thinking that I will not have any regrets. So my weird life story, I don't talk about it too much because I feel like it is pretty personal, and I really don't like to. I've seen other streamers talk about like, oh yeah, my dad passed away and that's why I'm like fucked up in the head, and I don't really like to make a sob story out of my life. I feel like as sad as everything has been and how like horrible things have been in my youth, I think that I am a much better person because of all the experiences that I've had, and I would not be where I am today. Oh, give me a second. Jesus Christ, so loud outside. You don't want a pity party, basically. Yeah, like I think anytime I'm like, yeah, the person that I really considered my father died when I was in elementary school during my formative moments. I think everyone's like, holy shit, I'm so sorry, like that's like really horrible, blah. Like, and yeah, of course it is, but I think like I in a weird, this sounds crazy and this sounds really horrible in a way too, but I think it's like one of those things where I sometimes wonder, I do that like whole running the scenario in my head, like what if that dad like didn't die? Like what would have happened? Where would my life be? And I really do think, as much as I loved him so much, and he was like such a wonderful person and father and figure in my life, that I would not, absolutely not be where I am today. And I am very happy with where I am today. And I think I would have led a much different life, and I would have been a lot more depressed in a lot of other ways, because he was very academically driven. He graduated from like NYU and business and stuff. He was an incredibly smart person. And as you guys have heard my stories, like I fucking did jack shit in high school. I did jack shit. And I can guarantee that he would have actually beat my ass if I did what I did in high school. Like actually. Because he beat my ass in elementary school. PK2K, holy shit. Give me a second. I need to reload stream elements. Thank you so much for the 125 dono. Happy New Year. Wishing you a year full with happiness. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Holy shit, that's crazy. Thank you for all the chads and hearts in chat too. Thank you so much. Holy moly. Starting off the year strong. Not the Asian parenting. Yeah. I think I've mentioned it to you guys, but I used to get like, I got beat with a lot of stuff. I used to get hit with like a sushi roller. I got hit with a ruler. I got hit with a belt. I was forced to squat outside of our apartment complex with a bucket over my head for like an hour and stuff. Like if I didn't do my homework or if I didn't get certain grades. Anyway, he was I think he was just from a different generation, and he was just from like, it sounds crazy and it sounds bad, but he really loved me, and I want everyone to understand that. I think it's like, it sounds really horrible and it sounds like he's a bad parent, but I've never once felt that during my time, like that he was a bad parent. It's just a different generation, a different way of showing his, I don't think that was him showing his love. It was just him trying to give me the best future possible. And in his mind, the only way he could do that was if I did really well in school, because that's what he had, right? He went to fucking NYU or whatever. So for him, trying to give that to me was his way of ensuring that I could be a good adult and survive. And like, I'm sure if he was alive today, I do not think he would be very proud of me. I think he'd be very confused you know, and I think I am eternally grateful that my mom was a very, very, especially after all of that, my mom was an extremely progressive person, and my stepdad was also a very progressive person, and they were both very, very open to me pursuing whatever dreams they were. They let me have my Supersonico poster and body pillow in my house, even though, like, I'm sure that, you know, that was really weird for them. They're really supportive. A great thank you for the super chat. I think I just like really I'm grateful, and I am really just happy to be where I am now, and that's why I don't really talk a lot about like my hardships growing up. I talk about like being poor or not having a lot of money, because I think it's made me very great. So there was like I said, we're going back to this. There was a period in my life where we had no money. We couldn't afford anything. I played a lot of games at like my cousin's house, and like I had these certain instances or like certain family members that were really rich, and they would occasionally buy me toys and stuff, and that's why I had toys, or I'd have one game that would last me the entire year and whatever. Then as I mentioned, my mom got remarried. That was like mind-blowing. That was crazy. My life really, it was like fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, actually, my life turned upside down, and we moved to a super nice neighborhood. I actually went to school with certain celebrities, which is like really insane. And I won't talk about it because it'll dox me, but I literally like I went to take my SATs at one point, and they would separate you by your last name, and I was at my door at the classroom for my SAT, and then the classroom next to me, I saw like a famous person waiting to take her SATs, and I was like, well, that's so weird. Wait, sorry, Kiri's being so loud. Jesus. Yeah, anyway. Can't believe Lyra's Will Smith. That's the truth. Sorry, I hate to break it to you guys, but that's what happened. It was really weird because, especially for me, I felt like fucking, you know, Haruhi, in Orin High School Host Club? Have you guys watched Orin High School Host Club? Besides the host club part, there was a lot that I really, really related to with Haruhi, because it really felt like that was my experience, because I had gone from literally being really poor and being in this really, really poor neighborhood, and it was like that. I'm not joking when I say that in middle school, I was in a middle school that was a 6 through 12 middle school. So it was a middle school that had from 6th grader all the way up to 12th grader. So it's a pretty big range of ages. And we had crazy stuff. Like, I remember one time one of our school dances almost got canceled because there was like a gang fight between a bunch of students. And everyone had knives, and the police had to come, and so the school dance had gotten shut down. We also had drug dogs constantly, which I thought this was normal, by the way, and then I found out it's not normal to have drug dogs. But like, yeah, we would like very frequently the drug dogs would come in, and everyone would leave the classroom. The drug dogs would come in, sniff everybody's backpack, and then you'd come back in. I thought that was normal. And then we also had, can you stop bothering me? I'm trying to tell a story. Can you please leave me alone? And I think I've told this story before, but like the first time in my life that I had seen a condom was like I was in the 6th grade, and it was like a stairwell, and there was like a pile of used condoms on the stairwell that had like suspicious fluid on it. and I had to go to math class, so I just like passed by and I was like, okay, that's what is that? And then I heard people saying like, oh my god, did you see the condoms? And I was like, oh, I guess those are condoms. So that was my first encounter with that. Because okay, if you think about it, like 6th graders being the same school as 12th graders is kind of crazy. Like, honestly, that's kind of a big gap. In the 6th grade, you're what, like 13? 12? And then like 12th graders are like 18? Like, that is a really, really far gap. It's like mentally, maybe it's not like, you know, if you think about like, oh, we're 6 years apart, like that's not that big of a gap. But like, if you think about at that age and the mental gap that you have, it's 11, you're 11 in 6th grade, like that's crazy. Anyway, so that was like my weird childhood experience. And yeah, that was when I got bullied too. I mean, I think it didn't help that like in all of these situations I was like a supreme nerd and I liked really nerdy shit. And I don't know if I actually got bullied for being a nerd, but I'm sure that didn't help my case. I'm sure that didn't help. I don't know. And the 6th grade was when I first played Gaia Online. I was playing Gaia Online. I was playing so much Gaia Online. And I also read Cardcaptor Sakura for the first time. And that really changed my life. That was like, I had like a binder and I had like Shaoran on my binder and stuff. I also was really into Pokemon at the time, even though it was really uncool at the time to be that old and like Pokemon. But I like found another girl who liked Pokemon, so we would like be like the girls that liked Pokemon. Yeah. School was rough. I was definitely not somebody meant for school. Like I think like my sister, I look at her, she was like built for the school system. She was born for that shit. She's so good at school. I have another friend. You guys know her. She's not at VNU anymore, but if you guys remember Olaf actually is a really good friend of mine from before. And so she was working at VNU. I had recommended her and she was working at VNU for a while. Olaf was also she was like really fucking smart. She went to a really good school and she was like just built for the school system as well. Just insanely smart. So good at schooling. Just amazing. Incredible person. Also a very kind human being. But I am definitely like the opposite. Like I was not built for the school system at all. It's really, really rough. I think there's a lot of factors into it. Obviously, like I think aphantasia hindering my learning is one of them too. But anyway, I don't know why I got on this comment. Oh yeah. So if my dead dad, rest in peace, were alive, I would surely get my ass beat, and I would surely not be as nerdy as I am now, and I would surely have never been where I am right now, which is a VTuber and working in the tech industry. Like there's just no way I would have never came down this path. Absolutely not. So I think it's easy to get hung up on like, oh, I'm so sad that like this happened or bad things happen. But and this is like super morbid, but I think I've really come to like learn, and for me it's like I've just really come to accept that everything bad that happens really happens for a reason. And I have come to like appreciate, obviously when bad things happen during the moment, it's never going to be easy or fun or good. But I think that because of the way that my life has been, at least, I know we joke that I'm like really unlucky, but I genuinely have never felt that I've been unlucky. I've always been extremely grateful because I feel like I'm like I'm getting like choked up now, but I really feel like I am like one of the luckiest people alive, like genuinely. Just Doesn't matter. Anything unlucky that happens, like, always ends up being, like, for the best. And despite the fact that I'm, like, depressed and that my, like, brain wants to kill itself half the time, I still feel so incredibly lucky. Always. So lucky. Just, like, I would not trade my experiences for the world. Like, none of them. I really feel so fortunate. The fact that I can live in this really nice apartment. The fact that I have fucking bajillion cats. The fact that I'm able to stream, sit here in front of 100+ of random strangers on the internet who care about me. Like, what the fuck, dude? That's crazy. Not you. Why are you so noisy? I'm having an emotional moment here. He's trying to steal my spotlight. I don't know. It's really, you know, I feel blessed. I feel like that's such a cringy old person thing to say, but I genuinely feel really blessed, and I feel really lucky, and I feel like, you know, I don't think I worked that hard. I think, like, you hear a lot of YouTubers going like, I worked so hard to be here and blah blah blah. Yeah. Oh no. This is a bad time for me. Kiri, can you leave me the fuck alone? Holy shit. Can I just... Here's a toy. Come, there's a toy. Go play with the toy. Welcome, Raiders. Yeah, no, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm like crying. we were having a moment. We're having a moment. Just talking about the new year. Talking about, you know, stuff. Yada, let me mod you. I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't checked out Yenna, by the way, and you guys are, I know you guys are tomboy fans. Yenna has an incredible model, beautiful model, and a really awesome voice as well. And if you haven't heard her sing, you are missing out. So definitely go check out her channel and her singing. And Kiri, can you stop? He keeps trying to bite me. I hope you guys had a good stream. Sorry for the buzzkill. We're just reflecting a little bit, and I was getting a little sappy. I just feel like I was just talking about how I feel really fortunate, and I feel that even though a lot of bad things have happened, I'm really, really grateful to be where I am, and I'm really happy to... I feel so privileged to be a VTuber. Like, honestly. What I was saying earlier is I feel like there's a lot of VTubers that'll come out and be like, I worked like so hard and blah, blah, blah. I didn't work hard at all. Are you kidding me? I didn't do shit. I just fucking sit here and I turn on stream and I just yap. Like, are you joking? I don't work hard at all. I do things. I do things because I like doing them. And I don't consider that hard work. It's just like organizing things, doing things, whatever. That's just part of the thing. I'm not working harder than anybody else, I would say. I don't know. Oh, you were just talking about this the other day. It sucks because I think it's really hard to talk about this in a way that people like don't take it the wrong way. And I think the reason why a lot of people want to push for the fact that as a streamer they work hard is I feel like it is a lot of work to be a streamer. It is. And I don't want to take away from that because that is a true and valid thing. So I think that is really, really important to emphasize to people who don't understand streaming, because a lot of people who don't understand streaming will say, oh, you just sit around and do nothing, you just play video games. But actually, to a certain degree, you know, like, yeah, I kind of just do play video games. Like, I don't know, I do kind of just turn on the stream and play video games. I think there are people, don't get me wrong, I think there are people who work really hard. I think there are, absolutely. There are people who work so hard to be a VTuber. And I just do not think I'm one of those people. And yet I feel like I have had so much success like fall to my lap that I feel extremely grateful. I don't do anything beyond the ordinary. I stream when I can afford to. And I sometimes make covers, but covers and stuff, that's not hard work. That's like me. That's like fun. That's just for fun. That's for me, right? It's not for anybody else. It's not for anything. It's not to help the channel grow. No one's gonna come to my stream because of my covers. Like, that's purely self-satisfaction. And I think it's just like crazy to imagine how I've gotten here. And I'm just so grateful. I really am. I feel immensely grateful, and I feel yeah, luckily I don't feel any crazy imposter syndrome. I don't feel like I don't deserve it in a way, if that makes sense. It's just that I feel really blessed, and I feel really happy, and I feel really lucky. And I think sometimes I'll talk about like things and people will be like, oh, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. That must be horrible or whatever. And I'm kind of like, I always have to tell people like, no. Like, I'm so lucky that I even have options, or that I even have like can like pick and choose what I want to do and stuff. Like, I have so many luxuries and so much privilege that I'm just fucking cruising, man. I know some people who work in the industry and I want to be where I am and have been trying for so long, and it's hard to recognize. Yeah, no, absolutely. You see some of these people, man, they work really hard. They really do. They do so much, and I'm just sitting here like, I guess I'll just turn on stream today. What shall I stream today? I guess I'll just talk about trauma. I don't know. It's definitely a different thing. Also, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but we are doing a call-in really quick. So what we're gonna do is, during the call-in, I will give you guys the link to the stream for the call-in. You can open it on another tab. Ow! Kiri's biting me, sorry. And he likes to, I think I told you guys this, but he likes to suckle. He's like suckling on my finger right now, like a tit. We're gonna do a call-in really quick. So I'm gonna turn on the BRB screen here. Everyone can open up in another tab. It's gonna be Leah's birthday today. We're gonna open it up in a different tab. We're going to, it's like my finger's just full of saliva now. And then we're gonna all say happy birthday to Leah. You're gonna listen to me yap at Leah for a little bit, for like, I think it's only like 10 minutes. And then we're gonna come back to this stream in 10 minutes, if that sounds good. I don't know when they're ready to have me though, because it looks like they're kind of behind. Actually, it looks like they're pretty behind schedule. So I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I'm just telling you, giving you a forewarning for when it does happen, which will be, I don't know, soon probably. I should probably change my Discord, actually. I'm on the wrong Discord account. Anyway, weird conversation topic. How did we get here? I don't know how we got here. New Year's stuff. I think after the call-in, I do want to talk about I want to talk about a bunch of things. I want to talk about like reflections for this last year. We haven't really done that. I mean, I said that we were kind of doing that during the Christmas stream, but then I don't know what we fucking talked about on the Christmas stream, but we definitely did not do that on the Christmas stream. Can you not pull my shirt? What are you doing? You're sabotaging me. What do you want from me, sir? Quick poke about SE. Wait, what does SE stand for? What is SE? What am I missing? He's trying to give us fans. He is. Why are you staring at me like that? Oh, stream elements. Oh, fuck. Did I miss it? I'm sorry. I don't have my headphones on because it's hot. Thank you for the super chat, Zeltan. Thank you for letting me know. Cringe and free, as they say, it always brings a tear to my eye whenever I think about how much you've had to go through and how good of a place you are now. I'll always be thankful for finding me, for you are the most lovable person. Aww. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know. Do not shed a tear for me for what I've been through, because I think many people, most people have been through worse. I have been so fortunate, again, that everything that I've been through has been like an extremely turned into somehow an extremely positive thing for me, and that I've been able to like utilize, you know, everything that all of my experiences and turn them into positive things. Like, that's really crazy. They're behind schedule, but this is your 5-minute heads up. Okay. But they're not even okay. Just stop biting me. Just ping. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway. Kiri's being a menace today. He's on extreme menace behavior. And he's really freaking hot. He's on my lap and it's really, really hot. Aren't you hot? You have fur. I don't even have fur. Now he's leaning on my arm. He's gonna try to sleep. It's really, really warm. Can you like sleep somewhere else where it's like less warm? No? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go through like best of. Everyone, I'm gonna ask you guys like, what was your favorite stream this past year? And I'm gonna think about my favorite stream. And then I'm gonna talk a bit about what I want to do this year. About my goals for this year. Things that I want to do. All that stuff. And I don't know, just like achievement goals, and it can be personal goals maybe. I feel like there are certain goals, like I should eat healthier, that I don't ever want to say out loud because I know I won't be able to commit to it. You know what I mean? I know that even if I say that, I won't. I don't know. How can I get myself to eat healthier? I did eat some. Remember when I had like that bit of celery? I was eating a lot of celery. That was healthy. Maybe I gotta eat more celery. The celery was good. Or I was eating salad for a bit too. Maybe I gotta get back into eating salad. Celery and salty PB is peak. I should try it with peanut butter. I'm not a peanut butter fan though. Palker's gonna keep you on your fire noodle ban. No, I'm actually really good at cutting stuff cold turkey. I think part of it is I'm not a very habitual person, so if I just tell myself, oh, I'm gonna just do this from now on, it's really easy for me to cut something. Yogurt and fruit is goated. Okay, see, the thing is, I need to figure out like how to find better yogurt or a way to eat yogurt that I'll like it more. I don't like plain yogurt, but I don't like flavored yogurt. Like, I don't like sugar yogurt, but I wish plain yogurt was just a little sweeter. Maybe I just gotta put like honey in it or something. I don't know. Maybe I gotta put honey in my yogurt or something. Good granola. Oh, that's true. I think if I put in granola, I'd like it. But because I do like the idea of yogurt. And I also like drinkable yogurt a lot. You do granola. Yeah, maybe I just gotta get granola. Granola does help with that. Add fruit, blueberries, and raspberries. I don't like raspberries, but maybe I will do the blueberries and yogurt. Fruit is pretty, it's pretty a toss-up. My dietitian had me on plain Greek yogurt. I want to vomit every time I can't eat Greek yogurt. I don't like Greek yogurt. I think it's too thick. I think it's the texture, because you guys know I don't like sort of like mushy textures, and I feel like Greek yogurt kind of teeters on that line, you know? Drinkable yogurt, you mean Go-Gurt? Okay, yeah, Go-Gurt for sure, but like in Asia, it's really easy to get drinkable yogurt. I feel like it's a little bit harder in the US, but we do have kefir. But kefir sometimes a little too sour. Yop, what's Yop? Yakult? No. Yakult is like a yogurt drink. They have like actual drinkable yogurt. Like Yoplait makes one in Japan and Korea. And it's just like, it's yogurt, but it's like you can drink it. I'm sure the sugar content is probably kind of high though. Like Yakult is just sugar. That's not yogurt. I would not consider Yakult like yogurt. That's like actually just, yeah. That's just sugar water. I mean, I love it. I like it, but a little bit different. They have Yoplait drinks in America too. Yeah, the sugar content is ridiculous. Really? I have never seen it in the US. I think it's more probiotic. Yeah, true. I like Yakult. Yop was a yogurt drink really popular back in the day. I think kefir is like the closest thing that we have now. Let me see. Yop. I'm looking up Yop. Oh yeah, this is very similar to the Asian one that I'm thinking of. Do they not have Yop anymore? David, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. I've never heard of Yop. Probably not stateside. I see. Yeah. Anyway, drinkable yogurt. That's the good stuff. I would just drink yogurt every day if I could. Skyer. Icelandic dairy product that's been a staple for Icelanders for almost 1,000 years. Is thicker and creamier than yogurt because it takes nearly 4 cups of milk to make 1 cup of Skyer. What is this? It looks like Greek yogurt. Is it different than Greek yogurt? Thor's Skyer. It also has a drinkable version. Can you get this at the supermarket? It's thicker and creamier. Whoa, this one has like, this one put like some cool looking fruits in it. It looks like plums or something. You get it at your grocery store. I like Skyer, but I think it's an acquired taste. Is it similar to Greek yogurt or is it really different? Because to me, it just looks like Greek yogurt. It's like thick like Greek yogurt. This is drinkable yogurt. It's a Mexican brand, but it has really high sugar content. I see. Kinda, sort of. Because I don't like... See, I like regular plain yogurt more than I like Greek yogurt. I think the texture kind of gets me. But maybe I gotta try it. I am open to yogurt suggestions. I am a yogurt fan. Well, I don't know. I guess I say that I'm a yogurt fan, but I'm not actually a yogurt fan. Apparently. Just get yogurt and call it a day. That's just like sugar sticks. That's just sticks of sugar. Is it not? Fake yogurt fan. Is Leah streaming on... Oh, fuck. Is she streaming on YouTube, by the way? Oh, she is. Okay. I guess I could just give you guys her YouTube link. Chobani's a good start, but Chobani's Greek yogurt. I can't do Greek yogurt. Oh, she's talking about Poseidon right now. I feel like they're gonna go on forever. They're gonna go on forever. Anyway, I also would be curious to hear, so you guys can start thinking about this as well. What you guys want to see more of in the new year, I guess. Like what you would want to see from me in the new year, if you have anything. They're like, oh, I really like this type of stream that you did. Please do more of this or that. Stuff like that. Might be interesting to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Edo game? Like different ones, or you got me to just get back on Dona Dona? Man, I want to play Dona Dona again too. More Vanguard. You to be happier? I'm pretty dang happy right now. More gooning. I do plenty of that. Just more Leora, please and thank you. Chill games like the TCG shop streams. Yeah, it's kind of hard because actually even today I was like, is there any game that I could play that's like a good ZATSU game? And I couldn't really think of one, and that's kind of why I just decided to do a ZATSU instead. Truth be told, I don't know any recent-ish Eroge with good gameplay. I think isn't the Rants series getting a remake or something? Rants Eroge. Because I think somebody said that last time, that the Rants series is getting a new one. Or we could just play old Rants too. Do some window shopping on mangagamer.com. We got maybe look for other Alicesoft games since we haven't been betrayed yet. T-shirt. I don't want a T-shirt. I want the games. These are just all T-shirt games. The Manga Gamer site is fucking ass. I mean, it literally is ass. Like, this site has not changed since, like, the fucking 2000s. Alice Soft Games. Not on Steam. Oh, and we gotta do, we still gotta do New Carnival. You guys are asking for the Gooner games. The real Gooner game is New Carnival. Yeah, Rants 1 and 2 is on sale right now. Yorugakuru, Square of the Moon remastered. Rants Quest Magnum. I feel like because Rants is like such a classic, maybe that's the one we gotta play next. But the thing is, I also have to check if they have censored versions. Because I heard Dona Dona had a censored version, but I don't know if Rants does. New Carnival might be too scary. It's not a horror game. New Carnival is not a horror game, it's a Gooner game. Have you seen the gacha game Horizon Walker? Wait, ironically, literally, my coworker just messaged me about Horizon Walker, and he was like, hey, I saw you like Gooner games. Have you tried this one? And I was like, no. And I was like, of course it's a fucking Korean game. It's like another gacha game that's like apparently super horny. Is this even on the App Store, by the way? It looks really intense. Is this even allowed on the App Store? It's got an English page and everything. Alright, well, maybe we gotta play Horizon Walker. It's on Steam, too! Wait, they have a Steam client. Oh, now we gotta play. It's turn-based RPG as well. I wouldn't want my coworkers to know that I play this game. Yeah, the problem is, not all of them, but some of my coworkers know that I stream. So, yeah. That's, you know. That's that. I can't really hide it anymore. Lear and Palkari's opinion time. Is a flight from SF to Osaka worth it for $750, but you arrive at 10 p.m. and you have a layover in Haneda? You arrive in Osaka at 10 p.m. You won't be able to take the train. You would have to you would yeah, is it round trip or is it one way? Really depends. I think a layover is unavoidable to Osaka. I don't think there's like there's many good one ways, especially from San Francisco. So you're gonna have to do a layover anyway. So I think that's unavoidable. Arriving at 10 p.m. is kind of rough. One way is kind of expensive because you can do a round trip from like SF to Tokyo for like $600. I can say you can play it on mobile, maybe Steam releases later. Oh, it's not out yet. I see. It's kind of pricey. I mean, I think with Japan and stuff, it just depends on like when you're going and where you're landing or where you're flying out from. But yeah, it just kind of depends. But at the same time, it's like you take what you can take, right? Like if that's the only time you can go, like I had a friend who was like asking like, oh Lyra, do you think it's worth like paying this much to go to Japan during this time? And I was like, well, it's like prime time, and if that's the only time that you have vacation days, then I feel like you unfortunately do not have a lot of luxury to take it another time. So it's either now or never. And personally, as you guys know now, I am very YOLO. So it's like you go when you can go. You take the opportunities you can take, right? So how is it during April? April is hard because April is cherry blossom season. So ticket prices do go up in April, but they're not as bad as ticket prices over the summer. So anytime there's vacations, that's when you'll see that the ticket prices are the highest. So you have like summer vacation. In Japan, they have their March is when school's out. So they have break from March. There's Silver Week and Golden Week, so you want to avoid those. And you want to avoid like the certain winter months can be also really expensive. Happy New Year's, Happy New Year. You'll be going October 2025. I feel like October prices shouldn't be that bad. But I'm not sure. Another tip is you should be buying your plane tickets in an incognito on Tuesdays. That is the pro strat, is you open an incognito window and you go on a Tuesday. Also, if you do travel or if you go often, I really highly recommend trying to just take the same airline every time, get those points. Or if you have like, I mean, if you live in America, you have to just figure out the fucking credit card meta. You have to like open a card right before you're gonna be going on a really big trip and then use that card to get like all the extra miles, and then your next trip is essentially free. What's the Tuesday tech? I have no idea. That's just I fly a lot. I'm sure you guys have noticed, but I fly a lot. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fucking science is behind it, but that is what it is. And it works. Oh, I should put on my headphones. Give me a second. I've had them off because it's been hot, but soon I will be in a call, so I need to put my headphones on. I need a cheap flight to Japan. Well, Zip Air is really good. Zip Air does a lot of, I mean, like, especially if you guys are like young, like if you're my age, you're starting to hit that limit. But if you're younger than me, go on cheap airlines. Who the fuck cares? You're fine. You're young. I think I'm just too old now. If I'm in an airplane seat that's not comfortable, my back will literally actually hurt for the rest of the day. I can't do it. We're all younger than you. You're so right. You're so right. Zip Air is a really good alternative, and it's really cheap. And Zip Air has a lot of good like deals. You just have to catch them. Like they had a really good Black Friday deal. They had a good deal if you were going to Japan between like November and December last year. And yeah, sometimes they just have random deals, so keep monitoring it. I had a horrible experience New Year's Eve where I realized I was the oldest person in the drinking group. Me too. That literally happened at that party that I was at, that I told you guys. That my friend was like, she's the most he's the most degenerate person I know. And they were like, how could you say that when Lyra's in the room? Also give me a second, let me start moving you guys over to Leah's stream because I think I'll be on soon. I'm gonna pin this really quick. Wait, didn't I tell that story on stream the other day? Where I was at a party and yeah, I told this story. I was at my neighbor's party and I don't really know a lot of his friends, and then he was like, oh, his friend was like, yeah, he's the most degenerate person in the room, and pointed at my neighbor, and then my neighbor was like, you can't say that when Leroy's in the room. And I was like, thanks. Thanks. Wait for stream. No, I'm not ending. We're not ending stream. I'm just gonna be on BRB screen, and then we're all gonna go into Leah's stream and say happy birthday, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay? I'm not leaving. We're just gonna go into Leah's stream, say hello, say happy birthday for like 10 minutes, and then mosey our way back over here. It's all Jover. Thanks for taking. You know what? I'm really gonna end stream if you guys are like this. Sometimes I can still hear her voice. I'm dead, chat. I'm too old now. 2025, it's over. Honestly, it doesn't even feel like 2025 because last year I thought it was 2025, and now I'm just confused. I'm not gonna lie. Her bones are basically dust. And they are, actually. I really have been considering for all of my traveling buying a neck pillow because I don't have one. I know that sounds crazy, but you have to hear me out. Neck pillows, every time I've bought one, have been so awful. They've been so awful. They just don't do what they're supposed to do. And I think like some neck pillows you're supposed to wear in the front or something. So maybe maybe that's the problem. But I feel like I can't even like try it on because even if I try it, I can't tell. I have to like actually be trying to sleep. I've also heard the inflatable ones are really good, but I don't know. I feel like nowadays it's like all of those things are ads. I can't tell what's an ad and what's a real review anymore. The internet is fucked. I don't bother using a pillow anymore. I just lay on my arm. Yeah, so I used to be able to sleep really well on planes, but in the last couple, I think in the last year, in 2024, it's just become like really difficult for me for whatever reason to actually sleep on a plane comfortably. Like my back, there's this one spot in my back specifically that really hurts. Sounds really old, but yeah. Ghosty Chan, thank you so much for the super chat. Leo, ha, happy new year, everyone. Happy new year, Ghosty Chan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Just buy an actual pillow. That sounds worse. It's like so bulky. It doesn't work for your neck. Where do you put the pillow? Sometimes I take the little pillow that they give you on the plane and I put it like on the tray table and then I sleep like that. I have the Crony one. Tried using it coming back from Off-Kai. Didn't help and fell off mid-flight. Yeah, like any of the ones that just look like normal like U-shapes, those are like so bad. Unironically, Reddit discourse. You know, you're so right. Lately, I feel like the only place, and I never use Reddit. I'm like not a Redditor at all. I don't even know how to use Reddit. Rumi-chan, she's a much more, she's older than I am. She's usually on Reddit and Imager, and I'm not on either of those sites. Like she's never on Twitter. I'm on Twitter a lot. She's on Reddit and Imager, but I don't really read Reddit. But nowadays I feel like I'll Google something, especially like if I'm like Google like review for this and this product. I'll always type Reddit at the end to read at Reddit reviews, because I feel like it's the only place where you actually get like honest people like honestly responding or talking about stuff. Reddit is the best dang place for random questions. Thank you, 7-year-old Reddit threads for tech issues. Sometimes I'll look up tech issues online, and then I'll basically get like fucking Quora, I think. That shit is so bad. Every time I have to click on a fucking Quora link, it's like, where's the question and where's the answer? I just see 30 questions. That's just so weird. It's like such a weird place. What is Quora? I don't understand what that place is. A lot of other places feel like they were written by AIs instead of real people. The problem is sometimes I'll read reviews on other places and I will believe them. I'll believe them because it sounds like real people. And then I'll look at the Reddit thread of the same exact like product on Reddit, and I'll type Reddit at the end of my Google search and it'll say the exact opposite, or it'll be like, oh, I tried, because I saw this one product that was like for like dog bad breath, and my parents' dog has really bad breath, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll try that. And then I looked at all the reviews and all the reviews were really good, and then I was like, okay, I'll also ask Reddit because it's looking really good so far. And then I looked at Reddit and then people were like, this made my dog really sick and almost killed my dog, and I was like, holy shit, okay, never mind, not buying this product. Quora is just super pretentious, or pretentious people who think they're badass for being super harsh and edgy. The thing is, I don't even get that from Quora because I literally I can't see. Okay, wait, we're going, I think we're going. Yes, one sec. Okay, we're gonna go, everyone, click on the pinned message at the top. We're gonna go into Leah's stream. I'm gonna put up the BRB screen, but we're gonna be right back. We're gonna be right back. Everyone go into Leah's stream. It would mean a lot to me if you went and said happy birthday to Leah, give her a sub. She's really nice and she's really funny, so definitely go check her out. I'll see you guys there. Be right back.
Mm-mm.
Well, well, well. I don't want to talk about what we talked about just now. That was crazy. I don't want to talk about what we just talked about. Let's pretend like we didn't talk about any of those things. Educational conversation. So a podcast. Very say-so topics between young people. Exactly, exactly. You know, it's funny that she brought up peeing in the shower because I'd always thought about talking about it with you guys, but then I keep forgetting to talk about it. But also there have been a couple times where I'm like, oh, I should talk about peeing in the shower, and then I'm like, should I? Maybe not. Maybe people will think it's gross. Maybe people will be like weirded out by it. And then now I realize that, you know, we're not alone. This is why we have to be open about these topics. You understand that you're not just a person. It really was that stupid, what was the thing, post secrets or whatever, that actually, and I do this a lot. I do this all the time where I will like see something or read something, or actually even like see somebody else have a habit. And I think I've talked about this before. I see somebody else who has a habit and I wonder why are they doing that? Like, why do they have that kind of habit? So then I'll just start doing it because I'm like curious about like trying to understand the psychology of it. And then I pick up the habit. And then fortunately, I'm pretty good at cutting things cold turkey. Like, I would say that in general, I'm very, and I mentioned that earlier too, where like, if I feel like, oh, like I'm not really good at, or I don't want to do this anymore, or I have this really bad habit, I'm pretty good mentally about just being like, oh, I'm not going to do it anymore and cutting it, which is good. But I also am really easy to like pick up new habits too. I think I've mentioned this one before, but when I was in like middle school, I had a family friend and he did this thing where he would like lick his upper lip constantly. And it was to the point where his upper lip was like raw and red. And I was like, oh, why does he do that? That's so weird. So then I would start doing it because I'm like, oh, I don't get it. I wonder why he does that. And then so I would start like licking my upper lip, and then my upper lip started getting raw. And I was like, oh, okay, I gotta stop doing this. Just one of those random things that you just pick up from people. I don't know. I also pick up a lot of like vocal tics from people, which is a bad habit because then I just become like this weird amalgamation of like everybody else's vocal tics. But I think that's a little bit more normal. I think a lot of people do that. Absorbing tics and habits. Lyra's Mega Man confirmed. It is a conscious decision though, because a lot of times it's like, oh, why do people do that? Why does that happen? Also, I missed some super chats. Sorry, give me a second. Let me refresh this fucking stream elements. Nate, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Oh, they just missed one. I thought I missed another one too, but I don't know. Or stream elements is that broken. Cleaning the fridge. Shut the fuck up, Chad. I actually do need to clean the fridge now that you guys have mentioned it. I actually have a lot of trash right now in my kitchen that I need to throw away because we had a party on New Year's and I've been so fucking busy since, like non-stop, just busy with a lot of stuff, like busy with work stuff, busy with non-work stuff, busy with VTuber stuff, all that stuff. And it's been a bit overwhelming. I don't think that I'm gonna have a weekend to myself, unfortunately, this weekend. Like, what's happening this weekend? I didn't make a schedule because I didn't know what the fuck was going on with certain things, but we should be streaming most of the weekend, I think, because I still want to stream as much as possible before I go on break too. Because I just got back from break and then I'm gonna be going on another like fucking, you know, month-long break. It's just trying to stream while I can when I can, but there's just been a lot of stuff, like I said, that I've been preparing for, so I hope you guys are looking forward to it. We should be announcing a bunch of stuff very soon, hopefully. I don't know. Well, now I don't know what to talk about. We've gotten all the good conversations out of our system. Do you guys like roller coasters as well? Well, I thought when she was asking about like roller coasters, it was gonna be a more roller coaster specific question, but it turned out to be kind of like a more general theme park question. I feel like I haven't really ridden roller coasters in a while, so I was worried that I couldn't handle them anymore. But when we went to Disneyland with the girls, we rode Space Mountain and it was fine. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. So maybe I'm not too old for roller coasters yet, but I haven't ridden one with a loop in a really long time, so maybe that would change if I try to loop one. Not anymore. They jerk my back too much and then I get spasms afterwards. Yeah, that's I was worried for that too. I used to really like roller coasters. Like when I was a kid, when I was in high school, I remember we used to go to like Six Flags Magic Mountain and what's the other one? Knott's Berry Farm. I've been there a couple times and they have some really good roller coasters. And I really like the ones where you're like hanging, you're like dangling, and then it like puts you, and then you do a loop, but you're like doing a dangling loop. So when your like back kind of hits the back of the seat, I don't know how to explain it, but that's like really fun. I really love those kind of roller coasters. Or like when you're doing a loop that's kind of like a corkscrew loop, on those rides are really fun. But again, I haven't ridden a roller coaster, like a proper roller coaster besides Space Mountain, which is kind of like a baby roller coaster, so maybe it doesn't count. But even like California Screamin' I would consider a real roller coaster because that one has a loop-de-loop, but I haven't been to California Adventure in like 10 plus years. I'm sure it's much nicer now. Younger days coasters were all the rage. Do young people even like theme parks anymore? I don't know. I don't know what young people like. You only like wooden roller coasters? I can't do wooden roller coasters. I feel like wooden roller coasters fuck up my shoulders. It's like hurts so bad. Personally don't. I'm really susceptible to motion sickness and vertigo. I also am, which is why I thought I wouldn't be able to even handle Space Mountain, but Space Mountain was fine actually. Like I feel like theme parks are really popular in Japan still. Like it's really like sought after to still go to like Tokyo Disneyland or Sanrio Pure Land if you're like a young girl. But I don't know if I see this. I feel like all the people I see that go to Disneyland now are like old people, no? Like millennials and stuff, like Disney adults and whatever. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Happy New Year. Could this not count towards the karaoke goal? I prefer the yapping continues. It's okay. We're very far from the karaoke goal, so I don't think it's gonna happen. And if the karaoke goal hits at this point, I'm probably just gonna do karaoke tomorrow instead. Knott's has gotten worse over the years. I just remember one time I went with a bunch of friends and we would go to like, there was like a restaurant, like a Knott's Berry Farm restaurant, and they had this like really nice meal set that was not that expensive, but it would come with like it was almost like a course meal, but it wasn't that expensive. I don't know if that still exists or if you can still get that, but I remember doing that once or twice when I was younger. It's the Mrs. Knott's restaurant. Oh, yeah. See, Disney feels like a ripoff. I'd rather go somewhere like Six Flags or something. See, the thing is, I think Disney as an experience is a much better experience than Six Flags. It is very expensive though. Like, I think Universal Studios is also really expensive. And I don't like Universal Studios anymore because all of the rides are indoor rides and I don't like indoor rides. But I really want to ride the new Jurassic Park. I really like the Jurassic Park ride. I don't know how much they've changed it though. But that was one of my favorite rides growing up at Universal Studios. Big Lizard. Yeah, I heard the updated Jurassic Park is really cool. I heard it's like the animatronics are really good. And I just think animatronics are so cool too. I don't know. I think they're just so fun. King Crab, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy New Year. I don't ride roller coasters. It gets really weird. Like my pelvis itches and tickles at the same time. I hate that feeling. I don't know if I've had that specific feeling, but I feel like in Korea they don't have that many roller coasters either though. What they have? Everland. Right? Everland has a couple of roller coasters, but I think when I went to Everland, we didn't ride any roller coasters. I remember Knott's Berry Farm having some fire Salisbury steak like in its hotel way back when. I remember also that Knott's Berry Farm, it was like really trendy to get their funnel cakes back then because they were huge. But I don't know if they still even have those. I wait for the day they actually clone dinos. You want that? You want real dinos? Are you sure? Hell yeah, the funnel cakes, right? They're making a new roller coaster opening 2026 at Knott's Berry Farm. I didn't know Knott's Berry Farm was like still like popular. It's not dead. Like people still go there. What is their property? Isn't their property like Snoopy? You don't want real dinos? No, I don't want to die. If they're on an island and make no swimming ones, then yeah. What you literally want Jurassic Park in real life? Who wouldn't want real dinos? Big Jurassic Park fan misses the point of Jurassic Park, a classic tale. Exactly. Isn't Halloween Horror Nights really popular for Knott's? Oh, that's true. But I think all of my friends that go to those go to the... I think I've seen people go to the Universal Studios one and the Six Flags one. I don't think I've ever seen anyone go to the Knott's Berry Farm one. Halloween carries Knott's. I see. I can't do the Halloween Horror Nights. That sounds really scary. And I'm like not good with scary stuff, as you guys know. So the dinos would have to be temp controlled domes because they would freeze to death and suffocate from our modern atmosphere. That's true. It's true. My mind was blown when I realized that we don't actually know what dinosaurs look like. Like the whole idea of like what their like colors or skin or scales or any of that, it's like all just theoretical. I remember when I first found that out, I was like actually mind blown. But didn't recently, not that long ago, didn't somebody find like an almost perfectly preserved saber-toothed tiger cub or something? Not sure if you've ever heard of this, but there's an amusement park named Carowinds that has a really cool Halloween event that I consider worth money. Carowinds. No, I've never heard of that. Where is that? Carowinds. Carowinds theme park. Where is this? Oh, in North Carolina. Oh. Whoa, their roller coasters look crazy. They got like big roller coasters. Oh. That's cool. No, I've never been. I've only been to amusement parks in California and Florida. I haven't been to anywhere else. The Halloween event is called Scarowinds. I really am into those like random theme park YouTube channels. I'm really into theme park YouTube channels. I don't know why, but I've talked about like Defunctland and stuff before too. But there's a couple other random theme park YouTube channels that I follow that I just like will randomly binge watch and find out about really weird, interesting. Like Jenny Nicholson also does a bunch of like theme park videos, and I don't know. Something about it's just really fascinating for me. I wouldn't want to go to Halloween Haunt because I do have a fight reaction at times, and I'd rather not get sued. I'm sure that must happen. I don't know what they do or like what their like policies are for that. Learning about a random topic via YouTube is fascinating for sure. Heard Cedar Parks in Ohio is a pretty good amusement park. It's the Sandusky, which is the same place they host Colossal Con. Oh, I have heard of Cedar Point as well. Don't they have a Cedar Point somewhere else as well? That Jenny Nicholson video about the fantasy roleplay park is really fun. Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, after I watched that video, I went on this like deep dive of going on like, I just Google searched that park and like was trying to like look up like, because honestly as a concept it sounds really interesting, and it was pretty crazy how like some of the guests were getting parasocial with like the actors and stuff because they're like always there. I feel like if you had something like that at a bigger scale or something, it could actually work really well and people would actually be interested in it, or kind of like almost theme like a medieval fair type thing, like a Renaissance fair thing, to like be like that so it's not happening all the time so people don't get so parasocial. But I've never been to a Renaissance fair, so I don't know if maybe that's what Renaissance fairs are already like or something, but yeah, not super familiar with Renaissance. I have a couple of friends that actually go pretty frequently. I have one friend and she's like pretty normie, but she goes to Renaissance fair. It's really random. Have you gone to any water parks? Would you recommend one? I actually went to a lot of water parks growing up. For a portion of my childhood, I lived in an area that was very warm, And so we used to go to water parks all the freaking time. I think like as an adult, I don't know if I'd go. I did go to a water park once as an adult in Korea. That's the only time that I had been to a water park as an adult. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. But in like back in America, now that I'm back in America, like would I go to a water park? I don't know actually. I've been to medieval times 4 times. My team was evil twice. I was devastated. I've only been to medieval times once. And if you guys are not familiar, medieval times, I believe is near Knott's Berry Farm actually, is this like restaurant / experience. I only went once, but I don't really remember too much. They give you food and it's supposed to simulate like a medieval thing, and they have like jousting and stuff, and then you get like you're I don't know, it's a chain. Oh, okay, so I guess there's multiple ones. I think there's one in Vegas too, right? At the hotel, the Excalibur Hotel. And it's like you get assigned like red team or blue team, and yeah, I don't know. I haven't been in a really long time. And then you can get super drunk there because they give you a lot of alcohol. There is indeed one down on the street from Knott's. I used to live on that same street. Yeah, that's the one I've been to, I think. Wait, a what in Vegas? They have like the same thing in Vegas. I believe? I haven't been to the one in Vegas, but I'm pretty sure they have one because I've stayed at the Excalibur Hotel before, and I'm pretty sure they were like advertising it. But you can also see that medieval times-esque show in Vegas at the Excalibur Hotel, I think. They have everything in Vegas. I don't know. I used to go to Vegas really often with my family too. Because my grandma is like a gambler, and she would get like invited to Vegas all the time. So we would stay at these really nice hotels in their suites for free because my grandma was gambling that much. It was a thing. High roller grandma. She's my grandma is pretty crazy. You have not been to Vegas at all in your adult life? I'd say that Vegas is an experience, and I do recommend going at least once as an adult. I think there's a lot to experience there. There's a lot of really cool shows that you can watch. There's a lot of like just like the feeling of being in Vegas and like walking down the strip, going to buffets. Like it's a really fun time, especially if you're like with friends. But if you don't have any self-control, I do not recommend going. Because yeah, gambling is a real problem, and if you are not good at controlling yourself, then I would not go. Hi, good. Thanks so much for 18 months of membership. Happy New Year to the Say So Is to Valkyria. Thank you. Gotta make a budget before and stick to it. Yeah, like be like, oh, I'm gonna spend $100 on slots and that's it, and just do that. Period. Like you gotta like really stick to your guns. And there's a lot of fun to be had at Vegas outside of gambling. Personally, I think, and there's also a lot of things to do and like to see. So I think you can do a lot more besides gamble and like hang out and go. Like, I think, for example, I think it's the Venetian Hotel that has that, like, whole indoor mall with the, like, fake sky. Is that the Venetian Hotel? There's this one hotel that has... No, maybe it's the Caesar Palace. That has, like, a whole indoor mall that has this, like, fake sky. And it's, like, you could just be in that mall for, like, hours. And just, there's so much to see. They even have, like, a little show in the middle with, like... animatronics. I don't know. I just like animatronics. They have a show in the middle with animatronics, and they have like toy stores, they have candy stores, they have normal stores. It's like a lot to see and do. There's also a lot of like things to like drink too. And there's a lot of really good food in Vegas. The buffets are really good in Vegas. Yeah. I feel like I've really had like the privilege to travel a lot in general in my life, which has like been really nice. And I'm trying, as you may have noticed, to really YOLO my traveling too. To just, if I have an opportunity to travel, or if my friends are like, hey, you should visit, I've been like, okay, I guess I'll go now that I kind of have a little bit of leisure to do so, because soon I will be too old to actually travel. Energy for travel. I'm already feeling that, to be honest. If you bet it all on red, you can earn even more funds for travel. That is the worst mentality ever, Mr. Allen. That is the absolute worst mentality ever. Actually, don't listen to him. No, I'm really not a gambler though. I'm not a gambler. I think I've had too many people in my life that have lost too much from gambling. The only place I'll gamble is in gacha games. I enjoyed Diggy's Wait for 8 months of memberships. You're the best, most say-so inspired VTuber. Stay gold. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Red is 3 times faster, so it could be 3 times faster hitting the jackpot or not hitting jackpot. But gambling is so fun. I think like with slots, every time I've tried, I don't get anything out of it. So I have no, like, I think if I had ever won something from something like that before in my life, then I might feel like trying to chase that high again. But I've never had that high. So for me, gambling has always been just like, I'm going to spend $100 gambling. And then I lose my $100 and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not. Like, I'll lose it in like really fast to slots and I'll be like, okay, then I guess I will not be gambling anymore. I think it's been that's been my experience, so I have no desire to gamble because I have never won even a little bit. I think the only reason why I even have allotment for slots if I go to Vegas is to hang out with friends, first of all. Second of all, and it's to get free drinks. Because if you sit there long enough, the waitresses will come and give you a free drink. And, I mean, you still have to tip them. But then you just baby that drink and you hang out. If they had cute girls on it, you'd be there like, okay, to be fair, it's a good thing I haven't ever been to the pachinko slots in Japan. Because I think, like, the fucking, like, they with the gacha brain, you know, they see the flashing lights, you see the cute girls showing up on the screen, the common rider, like you see all of it and you're like, ooh, and you just keep putting money in there. Pachinko's a scam though, because pachinko, you can't even wheel legally. They're not allowed to like let you win real money, right? So if you win big, you'll win something like a rice cooker. It's like winning the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. You come back home with an air fryer. Speaking of which, my air fryer is broken. So actually, I do need a new air fryer. So anyone wants to win YCS for me to give me their air fryer, I'd greatly appreciate it. Pachinko machines obliterate you with sensory overload. It's awesome. 100% a scam. You don't win real money, but there is a place you could exchange the prize for cash. Oh, I see. I want a rice. Time to lock in the Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Looks like someone doesn't own an air fryer. Yeah, my air fryer, I don't know why. It just won't turn on anymore. I heard that like it might be because it got like over whatever. Like it like overclocked. I don't know. I don't know what the word is for air fryers when they overheat. I don't know. You got a new air fryer and your old one's still good? You can have it? Damn. I seriously need a new air fryer. I don't know why it's not turning on. Is it plugged in? I mean, it's not anymore. You know, you have to clean air fryers, right, Leora? So actually, obviously I cleaned my air fryer, but I've been buying like air fryer like liner sheets because it's so fucking hard to clean it. Like, even if you do try to clean it, I feel like it just never feels really thorough. And there's a lot of just like holes in the air fryer. So I found that getting those like little sheets, they kind of look like large muffin sheets, and putting them in the air fryer helps. I don't know if it like makes the stuff inside less crispy, but it makes it a lot easier to clean. Baking sheets, they're kind of like baking sheets, but they're made for the air fryer. Like they're like they're like a basket shape, so you just put it in there. Holes in the air fryer. Well, the way that the air fryer, like if you have an air fryer, the bottom usually has holes on the bottom that is like another, and then there's like another sheet of metal under it. So it's like 2 layered. So it's like kind of difficult sometimes to clean out those little like dents in the metal. I don't know how to explain it. If you have an air fryer, you know what I'm talking about. It's like on the floor of the thing that you pull out. What would you call that? Isn't there like a word for that? For the basket, I guess. I know what you're talking about. That's how my new one is. Yeah, it's really hard to clean. Okay, also my parents' dog is like freaking out. I don't know why she's freaking out. I think she's freaking out because she's crate trained, so I put her in the crate when I can't supervise her because she will get on top of stuff and will eat things or destroy things and whatever. And yeah, so she's in the crate. And I think she hears me talking, so she knows that I'm like home, obviously. And so she's really upset. So she's like freaking out and she's being really loud. I cannot get any rest. I have been so tired. Not only has like the dog been crazy, Kiri has been crazy. It's just been like like a fucking zoo in here. It's been a fucking zoo in here. Like I feel like I haven't had good sleep in a very long time. But I think my parents are coming back in a couple days, so I will be able to finally be free of the dog. I don't think I could ever have a dog. I think this has very much solidified the fact that I could never own a dog. Having to take her out to pee every 5 hours has been rough, to say the least. Like, because my parents are old, right? So they don't sleep through the night fully. So for them, they sleep like 5 hours and then they wake up and then take the dogs out to pee. And so my parents' dog, she's used to being taken out to pee all the time. And yeah, having to go and take her out, having to walk her it's just been a time. Rough, nice pun, har. I think I've been so used to cats now where I just like, cats are so hands off. I can just like let my cats do their thing. And I don't know, can you hear her? Oh no, you can't. The mic is cutting it out. But she's like scratching the floor of the crate right now, and it's really freaking loud and annoying. And yeah, so sometimes I'm like pausing while I'm talking because I can't think over the sound of her like scratching the fucking plastic. You heard it briefly? Yeah, it's very, very loud. I'm also just ADHD, so it's like I get really easily distracted. It's actually healthy for cats to take a walk. So, Tragle really likes to go outside. So, Tragle, I will put him on a leash and sometimes take him outside. The new place that I live in now doesn't have like as good of an area to walk him in. The old place I lived in had a much nicer area for me to walk him. So I haven't walked him since moving, unfortunately. And he hates the car, so I can't even like drive him somewhere because he'll just be freaked out. But the other cats are, I don't know how Kiri would be, but Beagle also gets really scared easily, so she doesn't really like being outside too much. Seeing cats on walks is always nice to see. Yeah, and Tragle's like really good on walks. He just wants, but his thing is he wants to lay down outside. He just likes to lay down outside, and it's really dirty, and I don't like it when he lays down. He doesn't like to walk. He'll just lay down. He also is really loud. So when I was living in Asia, sometimes I would walk him down the apartment hallway just to like, because he would want to be outside. So I'd let him walk around. But he would scream at the top of his lungs the entire way. And I'm like, we are bothering everybody who lives on our floor. You are not allowed to do this. And then I take him back inside. I don't know why he does that. He would just like scream. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, laying down in the sunny grass is dope. It's true. I did do 2 years ago. One of my friends, she invited me out for like a picnic, and it was like the first time that I had been on a picnic in a really long time, and it was really nice. Kind of wish I had done that again. I didn't do it last year, but maybe this is the year. Oh, I said we were gonna like review stuff. Okay, sorry, I cannot think because of the fucking dog right now. So I think we're gonna have to put a hold on the New Year's conversation. Like, I really can't think straight if I'm distracted. Are you guys like that too? I've talked about this before, but like I can't even like, I used to not be able to study if there was like music on. I know like my sister likes to study with music on. I can't do it. The music is too distracting. I will start just thinking about the music and I won't be able to concentrate on anything else at all. I need it to be completely silent and I need to be like in my silence. I think the only time that there's an exception is if it's like really white noisy. So if it's like, if I am in a cafe and people are talking but I can't hear them well enough where I can make out their conversation, then it's okay. If I can hear their conversation, it's over. I can't do any work. Little distraction helps, but too much becomes overwhelming. I have to hit like a Zen state to actually be able to study. It's like same with doing any work. I can't do any work or I can't like talk. Sometimes I just feel like my brain doesn't want to work though. Like I'll sit here and be like, oh, I want to stream and I want to chat with you guys. And then I'll sit here and I'll just stare at the screen like, what do I say? Sometimes my mind just goes blank. It's so weird. I feel like I can't, there's like no thoughts in my head and I can't even form like coherent sentences. It's just crazy. Brain fog. My tinnitus demands I have something on at least. My tinnitus is not that bad. It just like comes and goes. So if my tinnitus is happening, it's annoying, but I think I can like usually, cause it's like a consistent sound, I can kind of drown it out eventually or like not think about it. But I think when it's not a consistent sound, it's really difficult for me. Or like if the sound is like a repetitive noise, that also is not good for me. I need music, the heavier the better, to be honest. I can't type and talk. Oh, absolutely not. If I type and talk, I will definitely type what I am talking or say what I am typing. Like I can't do those two things independently of each other. Instrumentals work for me. Lyrics are too much. I think I've attempted with instrumentals and if it's pretty quiet, it might be okay. But in general, even instrumentals, I'll just start like thinking about the music or start like humming the music in my head or subconsciously. I don't know. It's very distracting. Gotta turn down the radio to see the street shine better. Yeah, that's what it feels like. The old people thing. That's what it feels like. Oh my God, she's being so loud. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't think you can hear it, but she's getting louder. Oh, I haven't been able to sleep more than 5 hours at a time because of that. Because of having to deal with this. Sounds like very vigorous rubbing. It's like her claws on the plastic. Because she has like a pillow in the crate, but she can like pull up the pillow and scratch the plastic underneath. It's coming through. Dang, she's persistent. I know. She doesn't know how to give up. It's really, really something else. She's a very cute dog, and I think that she provides a lot of benefits for my parents, and my parents really love her, and you know, all those good things. And obviously my parents do a lot for me, so I'm happy to be helpful, but also it's really hard. And she's a rescue, so she has a lot of problems. She barks at other dogs. She barks at like people who are like have big stature. So like not necessarily fat, not necessarily tall. It's like if you're just kind of like a bigger person or have like a heavier footstep, she like freaks out. I think she just has a lot of trauma from being a rescue. I don't know like what she went through before, but it's really hard. So it's hard to like even walk her or take her out if there's other people outside. You have to like avoid other people. It's like a whole thing. She pulls the leash like crazy. She doesn't know how to like walk properly. And you know, my parents are older and they're also Asian, so they don't really super believe in like training the dog. They don't really understand that. And they are not very good at, like I've told them, I was like, oh, you have to be like consistent with her. You just have to like not give in. If you can't let her bully you, like you You have to make the terms. Like, don't let her make the terms. But then, you know, they're just like, oh, we just want to walk. We just want to get it over with. We just want her to pee. So we're just going to like let her do what she wants to do. And I'm like, you can't do that. So yeah, she's not really good outside the house. She's fine inside. Like in the house, she's totally fine. But outside, she's like a terror. Well, she's good in the house when she's not in the crate and when I'm not in the house. If I'm not in the house and she's in the crate, it's okay. Another bad thing is if I let her out the crate and then I leave the house, I can hear her howling down the apartment. I'd have a stern talk with your parents if I was there. I literally have offered my parents to pay to have a professional dog trainer train her. But they refuse because they're like, oh, that's a waste of money. Like, that seems like unnecessary. Why are dog trainers so expensive? Like, no, we don't want that. We literally, at one point, my sister and I took my parents and the dog to like one of those PetSmart. I think like PetSmart has like those dog trainer things too. We took them there and we did like a consultation thing, and then they saw the price and they were like, oh, we don't want this. And I was like, we're gonna literally pay for it for you. Like, my sister offered too. My brother offered too. We're like, oh, we want you to have a better quality of life. We want the dog to have better quality of life. We will train the dog. Please let us. And basically my parents were like, no, it's too expensive. Don't do it. So yeah, that is where that has ended up. And now she's like this, as you can hear her, apparently. It's just, dogs have been such a big part of my life, so hearing that hurts me a bit. But yeah, not much to be done. I think some people just don't really believe in training, and some people just don't really understand that sort of thing. And my parents are older and they're Asian, and I think that's just like, they don't really get pets. Like, my parents are the type of people that if you have a bad experience with a pet, they would be like, why don't you just give it away? Like, that's their response. If like something happens, or like if the vet bill gets high, they would be like, well, you just let the pet go then. You just put it down. Like, that's their sort of mentality. And again, I don't think my parents are bad people. I just think that it's like a really different way of growing up, and a different way of like the way that they see pets and think about pets is very different. I like to think that in general, as I've gotten older and they've seen how much like I care about my cats, that they have sort of opened up to it a little more and kind of understood like why I do the things that I do. Or like, I think my mom has realized that like my cats are like my children now. I think she's realized that she's not getting grandchildren out of me, so I think she's slowly coming around to it a bit. Yeah, it's you know, it's a learning curve. There was this one time where my mom was like, Lyra, you should buy a house. And I was like, I cannot afford to buy a house, but I mean, sure, we can go look at houses to buy, I guess. So my mom and I went around looking at houses to buy, and because she was like, oh, I'll help you with a down payment, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, okay, sure, let's look. I don't know. What is potentially in our price range? Let's go look. So we went around, and this was when I was not a VTuber, by the way. This was before I was a VTuber, so I had a lot more money saved up, and then I quit my job for a year, and then I was a VTuber, and that was really not a good idea for my savings. Anyway, we were looking around at houses, and there was this one point where I looked at a house and we were like, oh, this is cool. And my mom literally was like, it'll be great. They have a really good school district for your future kids. And I literally was like, oh, well, good thing my cats don't need to go to school. And she looked at me like, I was like, well, I don't know. Like, they don't need to go to school. They're homeschooled. What can I say? Did she do a big sigh? Well, she was kind of just, I mean, I think she's used to it at this point. So my mom has never pushed me for children. I think this sounds crazy, and this will make her sound like a bad. See, I don't like talking about my family because I think weirdly it puts my family in a really it makes them sound really negative, but they're really the most like loving, supportive people, period. And I hope you know that. And I really don't complain about my family very much at all online because first of all, like, that's not the place to do it. And second of all, I think that it's like just like being with friends too, right? Sometimes your friends will complain about their parents and you're like, wow, your parents sound fucking crazy, or your parents sound horrible. But actually they're like totally fine. It's just that you don't really hear a lot of the good stuff, right? You only hear the bad stuff. Anyway, so I don't really like painting my family in a bad light because I don't think I have a bad family at all. And like, even my like life situation that I talked about a little bit earlier, I don't like talking about it too much because I have heard people say really horrible things about my family situation that I don't really take kindly to, because again, I think despite a lot of the things that have happened, my parents have been like extremely supportive of what I do and have been very open to anything that I want, or you know, it's like insane. I've never had more supportive parents than me. I never got my ass beat for not having good grades. I never had immense pressure to do this or that. Like, they've been very open about me living my life however the fuck I want to live it. Anyway, there was one point where I told my mom, I just like had a conversation with her where I was like, hey, I think realistically I don't think I'll ever have children, and I just want you to know that. And she was like, yeah, don't do it. Like, having children's really fucking, and I think she just straight up told me, she was like, don't do it if you don't want it, because having children is fucking hard. And if you don't even want the children, like, if you're not like baby crazy, if you're not having baby fever, like, you are gonna have a bad time. She's like, even with baby fever, even if you love kids, you're gonna have a bad time. If you don't love kids, you're gonna have an even worse time. She's like, don't do it. And she actually even said to me, like, you know, sometimes like I wonder, like, I had wondered like how different like my life would have been if I didn't have you, and like you just don't want to like be in that situation. And I was like, yeah, totally. Because I think I was like a wedlock baby, which makes sense because, like I said, my biological parents are divorced. So, you know, it's one of those things. I mean, she always says, like, you know, I'm really glad that I had you, and I'm really, like, you know, proud of you. She always says stuff, really nice stuff like that whenever we have these conversations. But she always says, like, but if I could do it again, I don't know. She's like, I don't know. I think my mom also, you know, sacrificed a lot to have kids, as you did back then, right? And I think she doesn't want me to sacrifice my life, because she knows that I'm like living my best life, and I'm like a very independent, free spirit. I'll just do whatever the fuck I want. And I think she's like very acceptant of that, and she knows that that's how I like to live my life. And even having cats ties me down, honestly, which is crazy, you would think, but there are things that I cannot do because I have cats. Like, I can't travel as much as I would like to travel, for example. I can't like sporadically move when I have job opportunities, which I've had multiple job opportunities in Asia. I can't move out of nowhere because that's very expensive, and I already did it once and I don't want to do it again. There's just a lot of things that I give up even now to have cats, which sounds insane. And I'm sure for some people they're like, you're fucking stupid. But I also am fucking in love with my cats, who are basically my children. So, you know, if you don't like it, that's fine. More jobs for you. You can take that job then. You get that job then, you know? Watch my brother and his wife raise 3 small kids, including twins, made me realize I'm good with just my uncle role. Yeah, I feel like especially if you have like friends that have kids, or if you have like family members that have kids, it's a little bit easier because you could just kind of, if you do have that like need to see children or spoil children, you can kind of like do that in proxy without dealing with all the bad stuff of it. But I don't know. I'm really not a person that likes children at all. I don't know how to deal with children. I don't know. I'm not good at, you know, like babying even normal people. So babying children is really difficult. I think to a certain degree, I don't even find children like cute, really. So yeah. I think I respect people who do though. It's just a completely different thing. I don't know why it's like that for me. I've just never had any desire, even from a young age. It's crazy to see like me and my sister. Like my sister, ever since she was little, like my brother doesn't count because my brother's a weirdo. But like my sister, ever since she was little, she has wanted children. Like she was one of those kids that had like baby dolls and always like wanted a baby doll and like was like raising the baby and like all this stuff. And like even in high school, she would tell me like her dream wedding dress color, or her dream wedding dress and her dream wedding like theme color. And I was like, what? Like, you don't even have a boyfriend. Like, what? How are you? Why is that even like a thing? I've never. And she'd be like, oh, what about yours? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I've never thought about that. I have no idea. Like, what do you? She's like, oh, what about like a flower? Like, what kind of bouquet do you want? I'm like, I don't fucking. You get a bouquet? I didn't know you even got a bouquet. Like, I don't. You have to think about that. They don't just like give you one. Like, I have to pick. It was a very, like, from the get-go, our experiences were very different, and like what we wanted or like where we saw our futures were like extremely different. So I was actually really surprised when after she graduated college and she was going to her secondary college education, she was kind of like talking to me and she's like, you know, I actually don't know if I want kids anymore. I don't know if I'll have time. And then I was like, oh, really? That's like really surprising. She's like, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'll have children, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's like, that's sometimes you grow up and your mind changes on stuff. And then she got a boyfriend and then she was like, out of fucking nowhere, she was like, I gotta practice my Korean so that my kids can speak Korean too. And I was like, what? I thought you weren't gonna have children. I was like, I thought you said you didn't want children. And she was like, oh, I changed my mind. I was like, oh my God. She was like, oh, do you think we could practice speaking Korean so like my kids can speak? I was like, you're not even married yet. What are you talking about? But you know, that's my sister. That's my sister. Baby fever hit hard. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it was like different periods of her life that she was feeling more like I don't know, like, oh, I'm too busy for kids now, or I want to like put my career first. And then she got a boyfriend and she was like, but what if we had kids? And now she just wants kids or something. I don't know what's going through her mind, but yeah. What if she just adopts kids? I mean, that's possible too, but I have no idea. I don't think that is. I think she wants to bear her own children, which is totally fine as well. And I'm like, great. I don't have to have kids because our family lineage will continue on. And I will now not have any pressure. Not that anyone had been giving me pressure, but now there is even less pressure for me to continue the Valkyria name. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but never had the desire. Now I just have a lot of cats, and that is enough for me. I love my cats, and sometimes even my cats get to like earlier with Kiri bothering me. Like, sometimes I don't even have enough time and attention for my cats, right? I am very, especially when I'm doing work or when I'm like on the computer, I kind of just need to like sit in silence, completely unbothered. Like, I can't have people talking to me. I can't have people like who's gonna come up and talk to me besides my roommate maybe, but she also doesn't do that. She'll just message me online instead. I get very, especially when I'm working, like I said, I have to work in silence, very controlled environments. I need to just be like in complete silence. That's like my happy place, is just being in silence. I also finally finished reading all of the Pokemon Adventure books that PokePal got for me. It was very good. I didn't realize that the first box set covers the Kanto region, and the next box set will probably cover the Johto region. So I guess I gotta get the next box set now too. But I'll probably be rereading it. I forgot there was that other really gory scene where I guess her name's Green now, but like Green has her arm cut off, which was like insane. I'm afraid of caring for kids. I have some married friends who are like, here, hold my baby, and I basically look like I'm holding a radioactive waste. Yeah, I hold my, like, if people give me babies, I hold them like my cats. Like, I don't know, like, how to hold them. So it's like, I get like, but it depends on the baby. I think some babies are a lot easier. So I think like, okay, like actual infant babies are really difficult. But once they hit a certain level of toddler, I do think they're cute and they're like fun to talk to because they'll just say like wild shit sometimes. And then they're about cute up until they are like 8. I would say that like from 4 to 8 is when kids are like the cutest, you know? And you just have like dumb conversations with them and you just kind of like, oh, really? Like, cool. You know, you just say stuff like that. And then anything beyond that, I'm just not really interested. The way Lyra just glossed over that. It was, okay, she gets her arm cut off and there's this panel that just has her like cut off arm on the ground. And it's pretty traumatizing. But then she goes, oh, jokes, it's not my arm. My arm's right here. It was a fake arm. But it is still really traumatizing because they don't do that for like an entire like 2 pages. This is not spoilers, by the way, because the Pokemon Adventures manga is from like 2000. So you're 25 years late to the party if you are feeling like you're being spoiled right now. But yeah. So that's what I've been reading all the manga that I received. I have some manga that I bought that I haven't read yet. Oh, Fujo Pal for Christmas got me the Kamen Rider 01 DVD Blu-ray set. Yippee! So I gotta rewatch all of 01 now. I'm very excited. I've been wanting that DVD set for a while. So I get to rewatch all of 01. And I didn't finish like the last couple episodes, so I get to watch that as well. 01010. And I think it has the movies too, so I get to watch the movies because I haven't seen the movies yet either. But I don't know, Kamen Rider movies are generally bad. I can't think of a singular Kamen Rider movie that was actually good. I like the Saber movie. Like, I like a lot of the movies because they're just silly. The Saber movie was good. The Chase movie was hilarious. The Build movie's good? Oh, I see. Are they direct to DVD quality? Well, they usually do air in theaters, but they're very campy. They're like very silly and the plot is usually kind of like goofy. And it has just a lot of like fan service. Revice movie was also good. I haven't watched Revice. I didn't really like the vibes of the first 5 episodes of Revice. And I haven't heard like a lot of good things about it. I haven't heard any bad things, but I haven't heard good things, you know? Whereas like Gav, I just keep hearing good things about. So I'm definitely going to watch Gav. Did you get around to the Special Rider movie? Any review penny? Oh, so that one's not a movie. Okay, so the way that... Okay, we're talking about the tweet that I made about the porn. About the Super Sentai porn. So the way that that works is that there is a Super Sentai porn. It's called Jinjugar. Jinjuga. But it's like Jinjugar. Like Jinjyugar. Jinjuga is like a porn. But you can watch the full episodes without the porn on YouTube. It's the it's a 4 episodes long. I haven't watched all of them yet. You can watch all the episodes, no porn in it. And it's all on YouTube for free. But you can also go to a porn site and watch the porn episodes. So there's like 2 porn episodes. There's 4 regular episodes and 2 porn episodes. So you can literally watch it without the porn, or you can choose to watch it with the insert porn episodes. I was really curious of how they were going to do the porn, right? Because I was like, how does that work? Are the Rangers like banging each other or like what's going on? Basically, the porn episodes are, it's grape it's the monsters. So like the guys in the suits, the kaiju suits, and the little shocker guys, and the girls, the girl rangers. There's a lot of, I think what's really interesting, and I thought this part was cool, is that as the girl's like taking battle damage from the kaiju, her suit gets ripped up, right? And it gets really aesthetically ripped up. So there's a slit right where her boobs, there's like a nice little boob window. It's really nice. It's like not like super raunchy. And then there's like a slit under the boob, so there's like some under boob window. And then one of her legs of the suit are cut off, and then the other side have like rips in it. And it just looks really nice, actually. Like, it looks cool. It actually looks really cool. And God bless the porn actress. She does all of her own stunts with this ripped up suit. So and then they take the helmet off of her head. So it's just her. She's doing all of her own stunts, and she's probably not getting paid enough for this. She's doing porn and she's doing stunts. Like, Oscar award winning performance, like, truly. Why is your cell actually kind of good? I was really, kid me not, I was really impressed. The porn bits were, so it's spoilers, so if you care, I guess, I don't know why you would care, but if you care, don't listen, I guess. But spoilers. The first part is she's getting banged by like the main monster evil guy, and I thought that was really interesting because basically like where his crotch is, there's just like it's like he's wearing pants, but it's kind of like when you look at like a machoke and you go like, is machoke, are the panties on the machoke like part of him, or is that like clothes? Like, can you take the panties off of machoke? It's exactly like that, where you see this kaiju guy and he kind of like unzips and they're like banging, but you're like, wait, so is he wearing pants? Those aren't just, that's not just like his skin. Like so it was like, I important questions, by the way. I was like, you know, like I thought that was just part of him. And I guess I never really thought to think about if he had a boner, would you just see it? Does it just like grow? Like, cause that's just his crotch. Does he not have a visible penis, or is it like you know, like ducks or something where it like comes out and like, you know, I don't know. Was it immersion breaking? It kind of was. The other part about banging in the suits that was really difficult was he is not properly mic'd in the suit. So you hear her like, yeah, and then him going and then her going like, yeah, and then it was a little immersion breaking, not gonna lie. So they kind of like, okay, they could have just, I don't know, dubbed it or something, maybe. Like, I don't know. It was just a little like silly. It was a little silly. But I guess it makes sense. How else are you gonna do that, I guess? And yeah, so then after a while she was getting banged, and then the other two girls like have to watch. But I think the other part that's really funny is that there's like these parts where, like, you know, they put them on those like devices where it's not a device, but like it's like a mechanism where it forces the girl's legs to be in a position that you can bang. You know what I mean? I'm making the motion with my hands, but you can't see my hands. It's like a, oh wait, you can't see my, wait, chat. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I can't get it to work. Oh wait, I don't have my where's my unfortunately. I can't get it to work though. I think it's like my something is using my camera. Something else is using my camera and I need my camera for the hand tracking, but I don't know what it is that's using my camera. Like I can't find the setting. OBS? Yeah, but I don't know how to like make it so that OBS is not using my camera. I actually went in and I turned off all of my hand cam. I turned off all the hand cam stuff for my on OBS. I just deleted my fucking hand cam. But that didn't seem to do anything. I don't know what else could be using it. Maybe if I close VTube Studio. No, I don't know. Just close OBS. Yeah, I fucking wish. I don't know what else could be using it though. That's the thing. I'm like looking, but I don't see anything. It's also very dangerous because I had the camera like open and it was facing me, and if I had pressed the wrong button, I would have literally doxed myself. I gotta be careful. Your net browser. For web calls? I don't think I have anything that is using that. I'm not in a Discord call, am I? No, I'm not in a Discord call. Well, you wouldn't have seen my face. You would have seen my... It would have been worse, actually. You would have seen my boobs and without a bra. It actually would have been worse than if you just saw my face. I actually think I would have preferred if you just saw my face. Give me a second. 1 second. Man, I really want this stupid thing to work so I can show you with my hands, and now I feel like I can't show you until my hands, you know? My hands are working. I'm assuming it must be that my camera's being used in a different program, but I don't know what program it's being used. I even launched the webcam like driver app and it doesn't tell me where it's being used currently. Yeah. Well, I guess I could just chat with this on. Although I look very stiff. Here, let me go to my... What if I go to my room? 1 second. Oh. Oh, I'm there. How do I move myself? How's that? Something about this looks weird. I'm not used to this. I don't know how I feel about the DMV pose. I know, I want to... How do I get my hands to work, please? I don't want to T-pose forever. Yeah, I don't know. I click calibrate hand tracking and then it just doesn't work. Nope, doesn't work. Because there's like a way I can like look at my camera and it's just completely... It is black and it says FPS 30. It doesn't actually show the camera. Can you toggle the armor off? I can't toggle anything on this model. I can't toggle anything. I can't toggle anything and I also can't move my arms. I think if I like go... If I can lean in. Wait, go back to the... Here, you'll see. But then you can't hear me. What's that tongue doing though? Do I have a tongue? Oh, I do. Oh, it died. Why does my tongue look like a fucking lizard? Like a lizard tongue. It doesn't look like a normal tongue. Why does it do that? The tongue is clipping. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the tongue. What that tongue doing though? Yeah, I don't know why the hand isn't working. It was working when I recorded for the New Year's thing, but now it's not. Now it's not working. I'm assuming it's because OBS is on. But I'm pretty sure I've turned off all of the... Let's see. I don't think I have the camera in any other... Remove. What if I just remove all of the camera sources? All the camera sources that I have on OBS. Would that help? Do I have any other camera sources on OBS? I think I generally don't because I try not to... It's risky to have a camera source. What if I was in a meeting and this camera was pointing at my face and then I switched that source? Which is literally what happened to certain other people that you guys probably know about. Nope. Sorry, I'm just looking for camera sources. Oh, this one has camera sources. Why does this have camera sources? Maybe now? Nope. Okay. That wasn't the one. We keep going. I need to clean up my OBS sources anyway, honestly, because I have too many sources. Maybe you have to restart OBS for it to work. It's possible. It's possible that I just have to restart OBS and it has to be like the the application needs to be the first one using the camera, but OBS was the first one using the camera. I even tried to unplug the camera and replug it in, but that didn't work. Okay, let me just see if I can delete any more sources. No, I think I deleted all the camera sources. I think, unfortunately, it is what it is. Where's my room? Probably OBS being a stinker. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I feel like without the hand tracking, there's not that much with the 3D that's too different from my regular one. I can do like, I feel like the lighting is a little harsh too. I think there's a way to change the lighting, but I don't really know how to use this all that well. I'm kind of a old person when it comes to these sort of technologies. I know I am really shiny. I feel like it's hard to look at me. And my smile is a little like weird looking, don't you think? Could it also track your legs? I mean, I could get it to full body track if I wanted to put on Mokopi. I could do that. I can also nod better. I can, oh, my boobs are going crazy when I do that though. I can nod and I can lean my head, not that far, but maybe a little bit further than my regular one. I can do this, but that looks like I'm just looking at you normally. And I have cleavage now. There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome. There's cleavage now. I gotta sneeze. Oh god. Oh, it looked like my neck snapped just now. Oh. Bless you, thank you. I'm having a lozenge because earlier in the beginning I was like kind of having a little bit of a throat thing. So during that BRB I was like, you know what? I'll maybe just try to have a lozenge to clear up my throat, but full body sneeze. It's technically not a full body. Right now my body's only moving like in conjunction with my head because that's the only thing being tracked is my head. Yeah. I feel like it is very like flash bangy though. It's kind of hard to see. Sion, thank you for the raid. Welcome raiders. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys had a good stream. Sion, if you're here, how do I get, why is my hand tracking not working? Teach me how to hand track Sion. I think Sion did a 3D stream, didn't she? Hello, my super young and say so senpai. Hello, my super young and say so kohai. Sion and Kokone are my super young and say so friends at VNU. She did it on New Year's and her hand tracking worked. It's probably because she turned on Warudo before she turned on OBS though. I think that's my problem here. I don't know. I can't get it to. Hand tracking is possessed anyway. Yeah, but I wanted to show them the I wanted to give them a visual display of how the porno that I saw went. that was gonna give them a, yeah. Doom King, thank you so much for 5 gift memberships. Jello Doll, thank you so much for 5 gift memberships. What the fuck? Are you guys coordinating this? What's going on? I really, really appreciate it. Be sure to thank whoever gifted you a sub. Lots of hearts and chads in chat, please, for the new members and also for the gifters. Thank you, guys. What the fuck? What's going on? It's for noble pursuits. I know, that's what I'm saying. This is really important. I'm trying to do something important. Calibrated successfully. No, you didn't. You're fucking lying to me. Oh, this is face tracking. That's disabled. Calibrate. No, doesn't want to do that. Alright, well, I don't know. Maybe I gotta just do another stream where I do the hand movements because it can't be this one. If I turn off OBS and I restart it, do you think if I turn off OBS and restart it, my stream I can still reconnect to the stream? What if I do it really fast? Is that too risky? Do you think that's too risky? Am I being crazy? You have to completely delete yourself from the reading realm, re-portal in? Then I have to reset it up. Do you have wings? Not in the 3D model, no. I don't know if there is a version with wings that I could toggle it. I don't know. I feel like it creates a new session. I think there's I think if your OBS crashes, you have like a couple seconds to reconnect to allow for it to. Is my membership thing broken? Has it been the same thing? What's going on with my stream today? Wingless Valkyrie, too many non-hags got called hags. Exactly. It's okay. Scion's a hag. Not me outing Scion. Scion, I love you. Do it in the Scion voice. Hag twins, yeah. See, hags don't willingly call ourselves hags. We'll usually deny it and then eventually accept it because we feel like we have no other choice but to accept it. Fake hags call themselves hags. Doom King, thank you so much for 5 more gifted. What the fuck is going on? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are crazy. Thank you, thank you. All right, chat. Do I risk it? Do I close OBS? Do I risk it for the content? Yes. Fuck it, we ball. Okay. If it doesn't work, I will make a new stream. I'm just letting you know right now. If give it a bit and I will type in chat if I have to make a new stream. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. We're gonna risk it for the fucking biscuit. Why is this thing still broken? What's going on? Okay. We're back. Maybe. Maybe. Bag? Maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. She's back. My bag? Hello. We got the biscuit! Yay! Oh, my hand's like broken. I forgot that. Okay, wait. I gotta put this. Let me reposition everything. It has to be in a. Because the thing is, my hand, my mic is like here, and it blocks my hand sometimes. Okay. Okay. Now I'm being exposed. You can like see everything that I'm doing. Okay, you see it's kind of janky. Also, I think the problem is that it thinks that like my mic is my hand for some reason. Hello, hello, hello. Also, they're both kind of in the same spot, but they look like they're in different spots right now. Hello, the pits. I can't even raise my arm that high. Hey, there you go. You're welcome. Oh, I'm trying. Maybe if my camera is like even further back. There we go. That's the furthest it's gonna go, I think. Gio Noel, thank you for 5 more gifted. What the fuck is going on? What are you guys conspiring? What's happening? Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Is this a Kabano pose? Oh. I'm trying. Give me a second. Give me a second to figure it out. This is the Kabedon. Wait, no. Kabedon's only on the top, right? Do I do... I'm trying to put my finger under your chin, but it's not working. My hand's breaking. My hand's breaking. Now I'm JoJo posing. I don't know. Okay, well now we can continue with the porn story without being interrupted. Great. All of this for the porn story. I don't know why my alerts are broken. Everything's broken today. It's just nothing wants to work. Okay, now it's gone. All right. Okay, so for those that weren't here earlier, oh, now my hand's like super janky. What if I move it a little bit this way? It's because my hand, I think I have to face this way. Let me look. Sorry, I'm moving all my stuff because I gotta see certain things. Maybe I put this here and put chat here. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So the I don't know if I can do this with my hands very well, but for those who weren't here earlier, let me like rewind this a little bit. So we're talking about the porn that I watched that is a Sentai porn. And the Sentai porn is really cool because it has 4 episodes. You're blocking my camera, cat. It has 4 episodes that are like normal episodes of Sentai. And then it has 2 episodes that are porn. And these 2 episodes kind of slot into these 4 episodes, and then it's like you can either watch the porn version or you can watch the regular version and the porn version, or whichever one you prefer. Bidred, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway, so the porn version are like, it's like the girls, the Sentai girls getting raped by the villain guys, right? So you have like your typical like guy in a villain suit, and I was talking about how it was really uncanny because normally if you see like a kaiju looking guy, or like it's like Machoke in Pokemon, it's like his pants are they his pants, or is that just his skin, right? Like, can you take the panties off of a Machoke? That's the question I would like to pose for, it's a thought exercise, right? So anyway, this kaiju guy like zips down and his pee-pee comes out, so I guess they are pants technically, and he and the White Ranger are banging, but then the Blue Ranger and the Pink Ranger are, was it the pink one or was she yellow? I don't remember. Blue and another one, I don't remember. They're forced to watch while White is banging with the kaiju one, but eventually all of them get banged, but they get put in these contraptions where like their legs are like this. Do you get the vision? The legs are like this, but like more like, yeah, more like that, like that. And then like these are the hands, like these are the feet, and then my elbows are like, you know, like they're where their butt would be. And then they have their legs up like this, but because you guys were asking me about immersion break, the thing about this is that like you can just lift your leg like this, and then they're Super Sentai. They can just kick them. You just like unhook your leg and then pop, 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 you know. And then anyway, they'll be like groping them and stuff. So their hands are like tied up behind their heads like this, but then their legs are like this, right? And then the guys will be groping them and they'll be like, oh no, I can't do anything, even though their legs aren't even like strapped in. They're just like hanging there. And like you could just remove your leg and kick them and murder them. And I felt like that was really immersion breaking. I thought it was like kind of weird because like they do this whole thing where they kind of use like hypnosis or like mind control stuff on these like civilians, and the civilians, so then they force the civilians to grape the girls. And I felt like it would have been more interesting if they got the Red Ranger and the other guy ranger, I don't remember what color he was, green, if they got those two guys and they mind controlled them instead, because then it makes sense that the girls don't want to like hurt them because they're like their friends, right? Like they don't want to hurt their friends. And so yeah, I don't know, that was kind of that was like, I would say that my immersion was severely broken for those two things. So it was the kaiju with his pants and the girls not fighting back, even though they were just like they could just kick him, you know? That's a real, I mean, but like I don't know. I've only watched that one porn episode and I haven't watched the regular episodes yet, so maybe there's more lore. I need to like spend some time, because okay, I watched part of the regular episodes just to check if there was porn on YouTube, because at first I was like, what, the episodes are on YouTube but this is porn, how is that possible? And then I was like, oh, the porn episodes are on a porn website, the YouTube episodes are the normal episodes. So I just skimmed through the YouTube episodes, but I didn't really watch it fully. And then I watched the full episode of the porn. Well, I didn't like fully watch it. I was also kind of skimming through it. But for science, for you, because I care about you guys so much, and just for you, not for me, because I don't want to watch this. I'm just doing it for you. I'll watch all of it. I'll watch all the regular episodes and I'll watch all the porn episodes, and then we'll talk about it on stream. So you're welcome. Wow, I care about you guys so much. I'm like such a caring, kind streamer. The links that I would go for my chat, right? Watch it for 2 weeks in a pod, for 2 peas in a pod. Is that gonna be the name of me and Leah's fucking podcast? It's gonna be 2 peas in a pod, but it's spelled with like P-E-E. Why is my hand doing that? I didn't even do anything with my hand. I think it thinks that like my hair and my headphones are my hand, maybe. I don't know. The company specializes in Sentai JAV. There's like hundreds of them. Only recently they started doing series on YouTube and also some of their movies. Oh, so normally they just do porn? So this is the first time that they've done porn and a regular show? Is that what you're saying? Ghosty-chan, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the sacrifice. I know, you're welcome. 2 peens in a pod. 2 pee in a shower. 2 pee 1 pod. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. This will be a budding industry. How about 2 goons in a room? 2 hags in a bag? That'll be me and Scion. That'll be me and Scion's podcast. Porn's so good they actually made a series out of. Well, the opening is actually really cool, and like I said, I think the coolest part about the porn episodes is that like genuinely, wait, maybe if I move my camera down, I think it's part of it is like genuinely the porn actress doing her own stunts and then like also doing the sex part was like really impressive. I was just really impressed. And like really she should win some kind of award for that, because even regular Sentai series the actors don't do their own stunts, but here she was, not even a Sentai actor, doing her own stunts. Incredible, actually. Amazing dedication. The battle damage was cool. Yeah, like, okay, so like they had a slit like right here. You can't really tell where I'm pointing, but it's like right at the boob right here. And it was like really aesthetically pleasing. I feel like they did all the like what people think are like really cool and sexy in like a Sentai suit, but they did it with purpose, which I thought was really genius. I thought it was cool. The chat summary is pretty good. The parent company divides into 3 brands: the porn one, another one that's not porn but still pretty fan servicey, and one that does actual all ages local heroes TV series. So they just kind of like took all the 3 things that they did really well and smushed them together, right? That's awesome. We'll take that. Tokusatsu is just a gateway drug to the bodysuit. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you here. I'm actually not a really big fan of bodysuit. I know that's like a really big thing. Like, I don't know if you remember that weird era of like late 2000s porn that was all, what was it called? I keep trying to say Zettai Ryoki, but that's like the thigh high thing. But it was something similar, and it was like where everyone was like sexy, but in like that. Remember we talked about this before, chat, where they all wore the fucking green bodysuits? Like, why the green one of all things? It was like a really big trend Oh, it's just called Zettai. Yeah, that was a weird porn trend. For all of you other boomers in chat. I don't know why that was like so big. Because it was pretty darn big. Maybe they really like that one character from Zelda. I feel like we also got a lot of like Samus porn out of this. Like when that version of Samus came out. Was it in Smash? And then we just got like a fuck ton of Samus porn. Like you could not escape Samus porn. It was like everywhere you look, it was just Samus porn. Zero Suit Samus. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Now you see every time I like lift my glasses or touch my hair, you can see now. It's embarrassing. I feel exposed. Now that I have like fingies too. Oh, that's freaky. That's freaky. Wow, what's my hand doing? Ooh. Ooh, it's like being a claw. That's just Chuni pose. What the fuck? I didn't do a Chuni pose. I was doing a normal pose. Or I wasn't even posing. You're gaslighting me. You're gaslighting me. She's doing a lelouch. See, I can't. My eye's over here. There we go. Behind my left eye. Behind my power hides behind my left eye. Body tracking plus eye tracking arrow gaze stream is gonna be funny. Hands where we can see them, Leah. What the fuck? I don't need a hand check. You need a hand check, okay? My hands are both on the keyboard and the mouse, okay? Because I'm actually playing the game, unlike you who was just watching. I feel like we could be really thinking Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite Blender and ran so much just to make R18 work over her. No, I can't say that I've seen BioShock porn, but then again, I also don't really know BioShock too well. Isn't Elizabeth the giant guy that looks like NASA's, not NASA's, what's his name? The guy with the anchor in League of Legends. No hand check needed. Can't even grab my own boobs in 3D. I can try. Why does my hand look so perverted? I swear it doesn't look that perverted. I'm trying. I'm getting there. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Closer. I think I did it. I would say, even though my hands look gnarly, I would say that looks like a pretty convincing boob grab. Dear God, what does that hand do? I don't know. Her fingers have to break to do it. It's something about, because the hand tracking is just using a webcam. So if I do this, it's okay. And then if I start tilting my hand forward, now it thinks I have two hands. I'm using the same hand. But I think it's just the webcam, the way that it tracks the hand. But I would say, considering I'm just using a webcam and not using Leap Motion or anything, I think it actually looks really good. Like, the webcam is basically free, and the Leap Motion is like, what, like $300 or so? So, I think, all things considered, it's actually not too bad at all. Does the heart pose work? I think I'm doing a pretty good job, but it's not. Nope. Can I do this? Nope, I can't do that either. I can't even get my hands to close, even though they're touching. Like if I'm clapping. But I don't know. Eventually, maybe we'll get Leap Motion or something in the future, and then we can actually have like cool hand tracking. But I feel like it doesn't matter. Like, what am I doing with my hands? You know, like I'm not really. I feel like when I have hand tracking on, I'm trying to intentionally talk with my hands more. But I'm actually not really a hand talker much. So the only time that I would be using my hands for anything is to show you like porn, like to how their legs are in the porn. Which, I don't know, maybe the company doesn't really want me doing that anyway, so I don't... Sion is a hand talker? Oh, absolutely. I could totally see that. I can see that. Her and Mita would also really benefit from the hand tracking, probably. But like, I think even Kokone, like Kokone and I are both not really hand talk. Actually, Kokone is more of a hand talker than I am. I feel like she does a couple hand motions when you talk. She does like this one a lot. I don't know if you can really tell what I'm doing, but she does that one. I'm really not a hand talker. Yeah. Amoria with an unending fidgeting. I feel like Amoria, she's not much of a hand talker either. But I think the 3D would be good because I think she does a lot more like these sort of movements. And she also makes a lot of like facial expressions that I think that the live 2D doesn't really catch as much. They are some too cool for hands. I don't know if too cool is the right word, but I would say maybe too stoic and boring for hands. I'm like not... I think what I do instead of like talk with my hands is I do the thing where I like will like if I'm sitting next to my friend, I'll like grab their arm or their leg. Like I do that with my roommate a lot. I like grab her arm or grab her leg and I'll like say something for emphasis, like shake her a little bit, or I'll like slap her a little bit for like emphasis on what I'm saying. But that's about it. I don't really, yeah. I feel like I'm not much of a that, or I'll like clap a lot if I'm like laughing. I do clap normally. Grab her leg. Yeah, I like hit her leg really often. I like just like smack it a little bit. Rumi trying to abuse. Yeah, basically. Can we see the shoulder armor from the side? Try. Here you go. If you're an artist, here you go. It's a little bit bigger on the model than in like the regular one, and my boobies are kind of like going crazy, but you know, wait till you see fucking Mizma, Kokone, or Roa's boobies. You can also see the Leo back. That's kind of cute. They rendered it really nicely. The Leo thong is crazy. Sion, the Leo thong is crazy, but it is there. You're right. But that's also in my ref sheet, so I'm sure you guys have seen that already. And then you get the Leo cleavage. We have matching thongs. Maeve, congratulations on underwear, by the way. Maeve didn't have underwear before her 3D model, so it's an upgrade. She got underwear. Congratulations. A privilege. Thank you. It was a big moment for me. I'm really happy for you. Damn, downgrade. She got censored. No, she could finally afford underwear. You should be happy for her. But anyway, this is that's a crazy angle, by the way. Also a crazy angle. Intimidating angle. The boobs look really weird in this angle. My head looks so big. They did a really good job on the modeling. It looks very nice. Like it looks very, you know. I feel like an NPC. This looks like this is like the NPC angle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the models look really nice. And the armor is like very shiny and reflective. I really like how they did the armor. It looks very, very, very pretty. They did they did a lot of justice to the model, I think. The hair lighting and the white fabric lighting is nice. Yeah, they're kind of like sheen, that sort of purple sheen. I can also like toss my hair over sometimes. There you go. There we go. I can toss it over so you don't see my hair piece. But eventually if I start talking, it'll kind of come back sometimes. It was actually annoying when I was recording. It had been tossed back and I was like, uh-oh, I needed to toss forward. Like, how do I... It's a lot easier to toss it back forward, though. Oh, I have a cheek puff now. I'm gonna be mad at you. Do you have a tongue? Yeah, we were talking about the tongue earlier because it was really fucky. Doom King, thank you so much for the super chat. We'll use a 3D model for ZATSU or karaoke. I think doing a karaoke with the 3D and then doing my full tracking too would be pretty fun with the Mokopi that I have. I will use that in the near future. My tongue, I was saying, looks kind of like a snake tongue though. I don't know. I feel like my tongue doesn't look right. And now it's clipping. It's like too skinny, you know what I mean? Year of the snake tongue, true. Enter the stream with licking, great. Oh, don't tell them what they missed earlier though. The licking is the kind of tame part actually. But yeah, I think the model looks really, really nice. I'm really happy with it. I'm unfortunately, I feel like I'm really not the like right person for, why do my cheeks keep puffing? But I feel like I'm not really the right person for 3D content though, because I'm like I said, I'm not much of a hand talker, and I also don't really, I don't know, I'm not very expressive or emotive. I feel like I make a lot of facial expressions, and I do move my head a lot more than I think my live 2D really shows, but return just a bit and tilt your head, you look awesome. Okay, turn. The expression does show a little bit more. It does. It's a little bit more expressive. Like my eyebrows move quite a bit more, and my eye movements are a little weird, but it's not too bad. The mouth also, like, I'm not even putting my tongue out, but you can see like it has a lot more like the shapes. Like that. Yeah. Are you able to wink? Takes a lot of force, but I can do it. I can do it on both sides. I didn't know some people couldn't wink on certain sides too. That was a new discovery. That's so weird, but cool to see in movement. I keep forgetting that my hands have tracking, and I keep pushing my glasses up, and it is very obvious. That's embarrassing. I don't like how like it's like, I feel like it's moving so much. You know what I mean? Like every time I talk, it's like I'm not just I'm like slowly moving forward and backwards too. I wonder if there's like a setting I could change for that. It looks like it's constantly jittering, especially when it's up that close. I feel like it doesn't look as bad when you're this far away, but like when you're up close, it looks like it's just like moving a little bit too much constantly. It's like sort of. I was itching my nose, and now I'm being exposed. Every time I itch my nose, every time I push up my glasses. I do really like the lean in thing though. Wait, give me a second. I have to put the mic away though. But that's cute, right? And like that part's cute. My cats are bothering me. I probably have to go eat soon though, because I'm getting kind of hungry. I ate very little before streaming just to have something in my stomach because I wasn't hungry. I just haven't been really hungry lately, which is not good. It's probably because the blood moon and all that good stuff. So hoping that after this passes, it'll be better. I really want a hamburger, but I don't know why my area doesn't have a lot of hamburgers, or they do and it's just like there's a lot of lines, or it's like kind of a pain. Stop it! My cats are bothering me. My god, very annoying. Have you tried the different poses built in? What, there's different poses built in? Wait, let me see. Character. I don't know what this is. Oh no, I think these are like other random expressions. I don't know what these are. Character. Nope. I think there's like a way to like put in items and stuff too, but I don't really know how to use. I'm too much of a boomer. I don't really know how to use any of this. Like I think there's like different things I can do. Like this one has like a, this one says idle concert glow stick. I don't know. Can I click this and then I just use it? How do I use it? Subscribe, downloading. Okay, I'm downloading it. Give me a second. All right, now how do I use it? Assets. Prop. Open props folder. The folder is empty. Rooster. Rooster. Is there a possum one? I remember there was like a bunch of animals. I don't think there's a possum one. What's the closest animal to a possum, you guys? I guess a raccoon. They have raccoon for Scion. Okay. How do I enable it? Where did it go? Where's the raccoon? Show me the raccoon. Is it here? Oh! Okay. How do I get it to do something? How do I? It's just here now. Can I put it on my head? Nope. I'm missing my head. Nope. This one. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Is it just... Is that it? It doesn't move or anything. I don't know what it does. But there it is. It's a raccoon on my head up here. There it is. Raccoon. It doesn't really look like a raccoon though. He actually kind of looks more like a possum. He's kind of possum shaped, don't you think? He's just there now. Maybe it can be attached to model. That's what I was trying to do, but I don't really know how to attach it. It does look like it's kind of moving. I don't know how to get that the glow sticks that I was looking at earlier. It's if Scion and my chat, if Scion's chat and my chat had babies, that's what would happen. Your wildest fantasies, chat. Alright. I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna go eat something because I'm hungry. Why is my hand doing that? Okay. Thanks for hanging out and listening to me talk about piss and trauma and porn, I guess. I don't know why we talked about those things, but that's what we did. I mean, it's classic Lyra ZATSU, I suppose. An average stream. That's my Oshi stream of all time. Be sure to give Leah some love. It is her birthday, and be sure to subscribe to her. She's super nice, and she's also really funny, and everyone at Glitch Stars is really cool, so you should go check them all out. And we'll do something tomorrow. We'll do something tomorrow, but I'm not really sure what I want to do tomorrow, actually. Sunday, I believe we're gonna be doing the Team Hawk Astral Party stream, and we'll stream something tomorrow, and we'll also stream something Saturday. I haven't like figured it out. I might do a karaoke stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a 3D karaoke stream, but I don't know. That always makes me, it's like so much setup. It's so much setup, and the audio sounds kind of bad. So I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know. I also want to play Dona Dona. Oh, something that I'm going to be doing, actually, that I forgot to mention is because PokePal specifically asked me, PokePal and her husband specifically asked me for this, so I'm going to be doing it. It's going to be members only, but we will be doing a members only stream where we finish the fucking Grand route in 5 hearts under 1 roof, because PokePal's husband is obsessed with Gran, and he was like, can I watch you play it at your house? And I was like, I'll play it on stream for you. I was like, okay, I'll play it on stream for you, but I'm gonna do it under members only, because I don't like playing visual novels like multiple times all the way through on stream, because then I think that a lot of visual novel companies don't really want you to stream it anymore, because you're kind of like giving it away without letting people buy the game. But if it's just the Grand route, I feel like I'd be more comfortable doing it. And also if it's on a members only stream, then I'd be more comfortable doing it. So I've been watching a lot of the girls are YouTubers. So I've been watching and following them on social media. They're really cute. I highly recommend checking them out outside of like just to see like what they do on a daily basis. And they're very, very cute. So anyway, ZATSU, we'll do something tomorrow. Probably, I think we're gonna do karaoke tomorrow, and then on Saturday, maybe we'll do some porn game. I feel like we haven't done a porn game in a while, so maybe we'll do that. And then Sunday, we'll have the Team Hawk stream. That won't be on my channel Sunday. I think Sunday it'll be on Amoria's channel and probably one of the Ephemera Girls channels, but I don't know which one yet. All right, ZATSU, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the countdown. If you guys haven't watched the countdown, you can go watch it now. Tell me I'm funny, because I know I'm not. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your new year, and that we can hang out through the rest of the weekend. Yeah. Okay, ZATSU, and will my hands work? Bye bye.